Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. Right hand to Shakur. Meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good, family? How y'all feeling, man? We made it. We at the end of the week. We back to build on this Good Friday and get boxing is just due. Cause y'all know we need it, huh? This your daily break away from the whining, the complaining, and street talk. I'm just gonna talk some boxing, y'all. Y'all feeling today on this Good Friday, man? Double tap the screen, subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Support the build. We gonna get to this like we always do, man. What is going on today, man? YouTube be tripping. YouTube be tripping, man. How y'all feeling today, though, man? We're gonna talk about it, man. Eddie Hearn is going to bat for his guy Boots Ennis, man. He's letting the whole world know that Boots will beat everybody. He's saying Boots will beat everybody. You feel me, y'all? Saying Boots is gonna beat everybody. Hold on, y'all. We can get to this, but Devin Haney, man, that Akin Barak interview is swirling around where he asked the question like, who is Boots? I'm gonna say this, man, before we get to the bill and before I say what's up to the people. One of the best things I think, in my opinion, that could have happened for Devin Haney's career is him and Boots not be able to figure out what weight they was gonna fight at. Because the truth be told, bro, he would have got his ass beat. In my opinion, I think he gets stopped if he ever fights Jaron Ennis. I think he gets stopped, bro. I don't see that working out well for him. He won't have none of those physical advantages that he's been accustomed to when he's been beating up all these smaller guys. That should just be all bad. But we're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about one of the best promoters in the game, Eddie Hearn, man. He says Boots would beat everybody. He said, you don't know shit about boxing if you think Vergil Ortiz would beat Boots. I think that's what he said. He said, you know, Vergil was tailor-made for Boots. You get me? He said he'd beat all these guys, man. Eddie know how to lay it on thick, man. At least Boots can say he knows he believes in him, right? Let me say what's up to the famo, man. How y'all feeling, bro? Y'all feeling good on this Good Friday, man? Do y'all want to talk some boxing with your boy? Hit that like button, man. Kyle Cooler, bless his family. Shout out to my guy, JP in the building. What's good, my guy? Let's go, man. Ghetto Fab in the building. Moni, what's good with it, Queen? How you feeling today? Always good to see you in the building. Who I missed? Shout out to Ghetto Fab, the Rise Podcast, my brother. What's good, seeing how you feeling, bro? Jordan, what's good, homie? Good to see the fam in the building. We're just going to talk about it for a little bit. We're going to be here. I popped on a little bit early just because I felt like it. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody else switching their times. You know what I'm saying? Switching their times, stepping on toes here. So, you know, we just going to do what we do over here, man. And going to have some fun doing it, bro. We got to get these clips together. Y'all know I got some clips for y'all, man. I'm the clip king. We're going to get to these. We'll get to these clips, bro. We're going to get to them. I know y'all seeing the news and stuff already, but we're going to go over that because it's going to be quick. It's brief. Quick and brief. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Straight ahead.
I gotta see my fighters. I gotta see them in the eye. Mount motherfucking heaven.
And so there you go right there for that. That sucks. Man, I was looking forward to October 25th. We in October. Man, that date would have came faster. We was getting there, man. I really wanted to see Fundora and keep Thurman. Not only that, I wanted to see Shock and Cool Boy. That fight is getting pushed off for the second time in a row. That can't be good. You get what I'm saying? Fundora had the hand injury when I initially heard it. I thought it was Keith that was injured, but it's Fundora. Look, much like the Tim Tszyu fight. Remember? Tim Tszyu fight came, injuries popped up. That fight never came to fruition. Tim Tszyu ended up fighting somebody else, getting his ass beat, got stopped. Low key, that could have been a blessing in disguise for Keith. And same thing now, but I just wanted to see the fight. It kind of sucked because now we can't see Shock and Cool Boy. I know them dudes they done put their work in. Like, postpone is not gonna cut it, man. They need to find a replacement and do something, bro, to keep that card alive, man. You just got too many people. Get what I'm saying? Like, we was all sitting there, damn, what's Shock and Cool Boy gonna do? That'll be the second time they fight fell out. So at this point, they just need to headline their own card. Do you need a disclaimer? Shout out to the Queen. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Disclaimer. Sometimes you gotta. Fundora. That he said his hand. He said they saved Keith. He had a better chance of Bakram can't get a fight. He can't buy a fight. Speaking of him, because we're gonna bring him up too. He in the 54-pound division. This is what he said. Maybe one day I'll return to the ring. See what I'm saying? Like, this would go. This is the part of boxing that people don't talk about enough, right? Right? This dude clearly having issues getting fights. And we know he with the smoke, right? We know he'll fight whoever, whenever, wherever. You get me? He with that shit. He with it. But his fate will have it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no fight. He can't get no fight. He ain't saying everybody ducking him. This be the politics of boxing. That this to be the shit that make these guys want to walk away from the sport when they can't get fights. You get what I'm saying? So that's another guy at 54 that's looking for his opportunity, man. We heard he was supposed to fight Erickson Lubin. That didn't happen. You know what I mean? They canceled their purse bid, and then Lubin went to fight, Vergil Ortiz. And that kind of leave him out in the cold. Now he's sitting around on the sideline trying to figure out what he's going to do. But he can't. I mean, ain't much he can do now. He just got to wait till an opportunity present itself. And that's the tough part about boxing. You do all this training you train year round, keeping your body in shape, staying together, and then you getting opportunities yanked from you and pulled up from under you left and right. And you're supposed to be able to stay with this shit. You're supposed to stay confident and want to keep doing this shit. And it just get hard. That's the part that people don't talk about enough with boxing, though, man. These guys be going through it. The ladies too, they just don't be you know, they can't control every aspect of the game, and it's just the harsh reality, bro. If they're not boxing, they're not making money. A lot of these guys, this is their bread and butter. So that's why I say, man, I give these guys a shit ton of respect, man, for even trying to compete in a sport like this, man. Appreciate you, much love. I really appreciate that, Moni. So let's build, but let's get to it. So no Fundora, no Keith Thurman. I don't know, man. Keith Thurman just, it's like he ain't got really good luck in a way, I guess, if you look at it. He did get a fight in. But that's not it, man. We really wanted to see. I wanted to see what he was going to look like against Fundora. It was either going to be, vintage Keith Thurman, or it was going to be the end of an era, I think, because you get what I'm saying? He messed around and you get me? He messed around and ended for Keith. We don't know. I would have been rooting for Keith, nothing against Fundora, but Keith's my guy. I want to see him get a win. I want to see him prove some people wrong and things like that. But hey, man, it sucks that we ain't getting a fight, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do, man. If you ain't hit the like button, make sure you do. Support the grind. Let me make sure I get this stuff right. I don't know why they changed my chat up this time, man. YouTube be tripping. 1 minute they do this, next minute it's doing something different, y'all. Crazy. Let me see something. All right, we're going to get to this, though. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the disclaimer, man. So let's talk about it, man. Like, I got a few clips from Eddie Hearn. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get it up. Yeah, just hit the like button, man. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk for a bit. We're going to talk about it. We pull this up. Eddie Hearn, man, back being the best promoter in the world, y'all. In the world, Craig. You hear me? In the world. He promoting the hell out of Boots. I ain't gonna lie. That's how it's supposed to be, though. You're supposed to let the world know, and everybody that's paying attention. Yes. Super duper fans be on my nerves. My bad, y'all. I'm just a little slow with it, y'all. We getting there. All right, let's get it. Let me pull this up. Eddie Hearn did an interview with Fight Hype, man. He was talking his talk. Look, he said a few things. He said, look, he told you straight up, you don't know shit about boxing if you got these guys at 50. If you got anybody at 54 beating Boots, you don't know shit about boxing. That's what Eddie said, y'all. That's what Eddie said. That's what he said. That's what Mr. Eddie said. You know what I'm saying? He said, Mr. Eddie Hearn says, you don't know shit about boxing. You think these guys at 54 can beat Boots. You get me? And then he went on to say Devin Haney is scared to get hit. He says punch resistance ain't the same. We're going to talk about it, man, because he got a fight with Brian Norman coming up. And he got to have some punch resistance because his chin going to get tested, I believe. And I hope he ready. He better pack a lunch, man. That shit going to get rough for him. I think Brian Norman might hurt that dude late. I ain't going to lie to you. I think he might be in for one. Might get his ass beat late. All right, let's get to this, though, man. Let's get to it. Mr. Edward Hearn.
Forth about Pacquiao Barrios before. You told me I was crazy about Pacquiao.
Yeah, but I didn't realise just how bad Barrios is.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I do now.
Yeah.
Because I saw him against Abel Ramos and I thought, fuck me, this guy is nowhere near world level. But I just thought that was a bad night.
Hey, Eddie, now that we brought up Pacquiao, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, my brother. If I could get your thoughts on the rumored, Rolly and Pacquiao making his return again for the second time against a young fighter like Rolly. Do you have anything in mind when it comes to that? I mean, look,
I think it's difficult to criticise Pacquiao. He's a legend, but for me, he should never be.
Real quick, no, it's not difficult to criticize Pacquiao because he's a legend. I mean, if it was anybody else, should be criticizing him. Look, for him to be the age he is, still competing with, the younger world champions of the world speaks volumes, man. So It's not really the draw that happened between Barrios and Pacquiao. It's not an indictment on Pacquiao, but really on Barrios and how he hasn't been able to separate himself from the competition in his last 2 fights. Who the hell had back-to-back draws? Abel Ramos and Manny Pacquiao, bro. Not a good look.
Fighting for a world championship.
And McQueen, my
now,
dog,
when he draws with the guy and probably beats him.
Shout out to
it's like, it's difficult. You know, I just think Barrios is very poor. Now, Rolly, I got to be honest with you, I don't think Rolly's like this elite. Well, I don't know. I mean,
but do you think that he's a much dangerous,
it's a much more dangerous fight because he can punch a lot harder.
Absolutely.
But also, he gets hit a lot, and Pacquiao's still got the speed to land, and Pacquiao's still very clever and can counter. And I just think Rolly's a bit too strong for Manny Pacquiao. But listen, respect to him. I mean, talking about January 24th going again, but you know, Rolly's against Ryan was just bizarre.
Yeah.
You know, the fight I'm looking forward to in that division is Devin against Brian Norman. I think that's a really good fight. I mean, that's
on the 22nd, correct?
Yeah.
November.
How do you think that fight goes?
I think Devin's either going to win really easily or he's going to get knocked out. You know, the thing is
I don't think the fight is easy for nobody. It's not enough gap. It's not enough of a gap or separation in talent and skill to me for the fight to be that easy for either guy. I don't think so, right? In my mind, I just don't see it being easy. I don't think that's the way to describe a fight like this. That man is clearly still dealing with the residual effects, I guess, of what happened with Ryan Garcia. I don't care what he said. We've seen him fight 12 rounds, look unsettled. We never seen him look like that. He better not do that shit on the 22nd. All is he gonna box him easy? No, man. His fights don't be easy, y'all. And I wish the guy that keep arguing with me in the comments will just come click the live, because he keep talking about. I need people to understand this. I don't give a damn about those little ass guys that he beat up at 135 pounds, man. Them dudes that he beat up at 135, Brian Norman will smoke all of them, Lomachenko included. We keep talking about the skill level and he fought, better competition. The problem is those guys that we call in the better competition are much smaller than Brian Norman. Those some little dudes. Who you got if Brian Norman and Regis Prograis fight? Who y'all got? Who y'all got if Brian Norman and Lomachenko fight? Who you got? And anybody else at 35? We keep trying to make this argument that because he fought these more skilled, smaller guys that he's just going to be able to make it an easy night with Brian Norman. No, he not. No, he not. When people are his size, those fights are going to get more difficult for him. Why? Because I believe usually he has the physical advantages, height, reach. You get what I'm saying? In some cases, weight, he outweighing guys. That's not going to be the case. Brian Norman got the longer arms. He might be a little bit taller, but that shit ain't going to help. He going to have to box. He need a game plan. That shit, that unsteady shit we just seen against Ramirez is going to get him slept against Brian Norman, in my opinion. So he got to be smart. I don't see a scenario where this fight is easy for him. Easy? I don't think so. And you move into Brian Norman weight class. He been there. Hardest puncher in the division, I think. Bro, he got a left hand, a right hand. He got a hell of a jab. The shit that can give you trouble, he has those weapons and those, y'all, those qualities. And y'all think he's slow? You think his feet stuck in them up? Watch, they gonna be in for a shot. Forever G's, what it do? Shout out to James.
Devin
and Fundora get boosts and loss.
And Bill
Eddie don't think so.
Are concerned about getting hit, right?
See,
which is a really bad situation when you're fighting, especially when you're fighting someone who's quite a sharp puncher. I think Devin up at 47 is going to suit him physically actually really well. When we talk about Boots at 47 going up to 60, that was the same. When Devin was at 35, it was just, then he's at 40. I think at 47 physically he's going to feel really good.
Eric was good, my guy. Yeah, Brian the dog for real.
Do you think that was a mentality for one fight, or do you think that's really a long-standing mentality now?
Long-standing. Because he's Bill's son, and Bill don't want him to get hit, and they're concerned about his punch resistance. That's the truth. And
that's interesting, man. He feels like, look, he's saying Eddie Hearn is saying Me too, bro. Forever G's. I'm rocking with B. Norman. I like both fighters. I support both fighters, but I think Norman might stop him late. Why? Because I'm not sure that Devin Haney is 100% recovered from Ryan Garcia. If he proves me wrong, then I'll just be wrong as hell, y'all. I'll just be wrong. You get me? But he got his work cut out for him, man. He got his work cut out for him. He got his work cut out for him. Samuel, what it do, my guy? Peace to the homie, man. Mike, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, Brody? Good to see you. Let's get back to it. So I don't know, man. I do think they are worried about him getting hit. I mean, shit, the fighter himself is worried about him getting hit. So they're going to have to find a way to overcome that. You're going to have to be able to prove to yourself that you can take a shot still without, you're going to have to be able to prove you can take a shot. Brian Norman is that guy. You're not going to box 12 clean-ass rounds and he's not going to be able to hit you at all. If you think that, that's crazy. And I heard somebody make a bold take. Somebody said they got Devin by knockout. Somebody said they got Deb. I forgot who it was. One of the guys said they got Deb by knockout. Listen, anything can happen in the fight, but I just don't see a knockout happening. I'm just pretend I didn't see the Ryan Garcia fight. Yeah, and look, Eric, the Ryan Garcia fight and then the Jose Ramirez fight. You won, but that's not how you look. And I don't think that'll be the Brian Norman. I think it'll get him hurt. Stop. I don't think you'll be able to just dance and move around Brian Norman and just with hopes that he never land a shot. You know what I'm saying? Jose Ramirez is a piece of what he used to be. He was a shell of himself in there, and he just couldn't pull the trigger. That's not going to be Norman's problem. Much younger, fresher, more confident.
Dangerous game.
Win streak, champion, defending champion.
Against Brian Norman, and he will try and outbox him. I don't think he'll run like he did against Ramirez, because I think that he needed that fight. He was rough against Ryan Garcia. Do you know what I mean? He needed to overcome the demons. But you know that when Ramirez stepped in and let his hands go, you could see Devin, and you knew it. And you know what everyone's thinking? Fuck. Brian's hopefully a little bit more balls to the floor than Ramirez, who just kind of went through the motions a little bit, tried to win, but But how good's Brian Norman? I mean, because Devin's good.
I think Devin beats him.
Yeah, probably wins on points. Probably.
I have a question. UK boxing.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, look, I get it. I feel like he's a better boxer, but I think they're almost speaking of Devin before Ryan, before Ramirez. If that's the guy, then I can understand this. Oh, he's gonna be boxing and doing this, but I can't just say he's gonna revisit that. Like, he in there with the most dangerous puncher he's been in there with to date. And I think he got more talent and skill than Ryan Garcia. He's more disciplined and dedicated. He got a jab and left hook, right hook, straight right. Like, you get me? Pick your poison. That's what I'm saying. The dude is naturally heavy-handed. What they call him, country strong, man. All that boxing shit, that shit cool, but what you gonna do when you get hit? Because he gonna hit you. Are you gonna be willing to jab with him? Because your dad said y'all gonna use the stick. Your dad said y'all gonna press it. Your god pop said y'all gonna stand in the pocket. That sound like a recipe to get slapped. That sound like a recipe to get your head knocked off into the rafters somewhere, bro. You can't fight like that. You better be smart, bro. Gotta get in the box. I've been wanting to watch for a while. Yeah, man, it's a cool sport when you listen to the right people, money. Like, you gotta listen to people that really like it. Because if you listen to people that love the sport and really got a passion for it, it'll allow you to be able to enjoy the conversations. Then you'll go check it out. Then you'll go find some people that you like to watch, right? It's a hell of a sport, man, when you calling it the right way. For sure. Shout out to the homie LetsBuild. What's good, Brody? How you feeling, man? Good to see my guy in the building. Yeah, YouTube is, boy, it's not YouTube. It's boxing. The boxing community is weird. Boy, idiot. All right, back to this, man. Jamal said, respect when I watch tape on both Devin wins you did. People get slept on the shots they don't see. So he has to get hit with that ish. Will be a great fight. Like both guys. Yeah, I like both guys. I think Devin got to prove to himself that he can get hit that he can take a punch again. That wasn't put to the test the right way with Ramirez, and he was kind of able to skate free, scotch free, and you know, with minimal damage. I just think he got to fight a more confident fight, a more. He got to be more sure of himself this trip, like against this dude, because this kid gonna try to knock his head off. You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman is very confident that he can beat this dude. You know what I'm saying? You see how B Norman was.
In this timeline, Haney get slipped. I mean, he got to go to sleep every night, so he might as well go to sleep that night. But it's about that time I seen him up out the game, because dude a little weirdo. I don't like what he got going on. Make sure you make Build throw him in the towel. That's the goal. I don't want a little KO. I want the boys to quit. I want to take that boy's soul.
And man, oh man, you hear him. Look, he want his man. He want Pops to throw in the towel. The autism boy, what's good, homie? How you feeling? He want Pops to throw in that towel. He gonna have to work though, but it's gonna be a good fight, man. Shout out to DP Rock. How you feeling, family? We back at it. T Hill, what it do? What it do? What it do?
Now, we had a lot of things to say when Jusdueboxing signed with Boxer. Now that you signed Whitaker away from Boxer, was there any personal feelings in regards to when you pursued Whitaker? Did you want to damage Boxer?
No, never. That's like saying, I don't know. Wow, that's like saying, is the LA Lakers concerned about some local college team? I don't know. Like, you don't operate at that level. You know, like it's not. I've never looked at Boxer as this competitor. What I look at is Dana White as a competitor.
Facts.
Right? That's the level that I think we're at. And I don't really deal on emotion. Probably Frank Smith, who works for me, who don't like Ben Shalom, probably it was a little bit more personal for him. Do you know what I mean? For me, it was just about the business of the deal. We get to sign one of, if not, the biggest noisemakers and stars of British boxing. I don't care whether he's with Boxer or Queensbury or Sauerland. We want him. And not a lot of people know that 3 years ago, we did a deal with Ben Whitaker.
I like their little promo, Doug. How you feel about that promo? I like the promo.
We were tying up the final wording of the contract that he was supposed to sign that night. And Boxer came in with a mad, just out of nowhere deal.
I thought the promo was pretty clever.
We'd already agreed our deal. It was unbelievable. We'd filmed the promo. So for 3 years, you see with Ben's a phenomenal fighter. People don't realise, for 3 or 4 years before he turned pro, in the amateur game, everybody at GB, what he achieved on an amateur level, silver medalist in the Olympics, he was supposed to win gold. He's got it all. So I'm sitting there watching, and I'm seeing his social media explode. I'm seeing his performances in the ring, but he never really got the momentum.
Show me the money. So, you like it too, Doug? It was good, level,
bro. Not really, but I wanted Ben Whitaker for the fighter that he is and the profile that he has.
So are you looking to bring him to America?
Yes, definitely.
And will he be like a Boots Ennis type of opponent in the future?
Yeah, I mean, well, he's 175 pounds.
Oh, well,
so yeah, I don't think so. But I think that he's going to come to America February, March time, and I think you guys will love him. Like, he's one of those guys you either don't really like his thing or you think he's great, but you'll tune in to watch, and that's important.
Okay. So that was one. Let me pull up the other joint. Got another joint from Eddie. So look, it's a good fight. I'm glad they fight, and I respect the hell out of Devin Haney because his willingness to just fight, bro. Like he could have. I don't want to say he could have took an easier fight or nothing like that. I don't want to say that because I think the pickings are getting slim, and I think when you're dealing with Terry, he said these questions come on. What's up with Jess? Eddie got a problem telling it how it is. Eddie is the guy. Hold on. Yeah, so let me get this up, man. Edward. My guy, Edward Hearn, man. Let me get this up, man. So look, he feel like that his punch resistance is compromised. punch resistance compromised, like he not the same fighter.
Yeah, Vergil before. You told me I was correct.
Hold on. Did I just have this up here? I'll take this off. Shout out to Jose. Yeah, man. We don't know yet. We don't know yet if his punch resistance is compromised, right? We don't know because we haven't really seen him take a shot that would answer that question. So I think it still remains to be seen. But I think Eddie Hearn is going off of, like, you know, what he think and how he feel about it. I think he feels as though you know, the reason he fought the way he's been fighting is because his punch resistance is compromised, right? And I don't know if that's exactly the case or not. I think we'll find out, though. We're going to find out in due time if his punch resistance is compromised to the point where he can my bad, y'all. I'm trying to do something really quick. All right, my bad, y'all. Cal, cool it, my dog, said Devin. Win it'll have to be a boring fight, in my opinion, but he can't afford another boring performance. So look, we're gonna talk about it. I want to pull this other interview up from Eddie too, because we got to talk about it. Eddie was making his rounds, man. He did a bunch of little interviews and stuff, giving his opinion on different things, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how all of this shape up, man, because guys gonna have to put up a shut up, man. Like another boring fight on the turkey card might hurt his ability to get another opportunity, right?
Think it's a really good fight. Like, we've known Lima for quite a while.
Right? It might affect his ability to get another fight in the meantime. If he can't do that, or with Turkey, right? There's no way. He started this Tom and Jerry shit. He literally did Tom and Jerry shit with Ramirez. Now, if you get in there with another puncher, excuse me, y'all, damn soda. You get in there with another puncher that's trying to knock your head off, and you running around, circling around the ring. Ain't nobody gonna feel that. Nobody's trying to see that. So he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Do I come out here and beat Devin Haney? And can I still beat Devin Haney at 100% capacity? You know what I'm saying? Operating at 100% and beat a guy like Brian Norman, he needs that. He needs his jab to be on point. Footwork, movement, defense, decision-making, instincts. He got to be on point for this fight, or that shit gonna get ugly. Brian Norman, yo, I'm telling you, bro, I done talked to some people, man, that unsparred him, bro. They like, man, the kid can box and fight. You know it. And he said, man, he's one of the hardest punchers that they ever been punched by. Dude told me, I think he said Wilder. I got to text my guy. He said Wilder. I think he said Wilder and Norman is the only two like that punch like that. He said, I think Norman shook him to his boots. Don't get hit. And think about this, y'all. Ryan was able to come over to jab. He got longer arms. He got the longer arms. Are you going to be willing to jab with him? Are you going to be willing to go jab for jab with B. Norman, right? Are you going to be willing to jab with this dude? Because if not, it's going to be a long night. He needs his jab intact. That's his number one weapon. So that once I see how the fight start, the first couple rounds, I'll have an idea how I feel like it's going to play out. But a scary fight is going to be bad for his stock. And you know, I think in terms of getting future fights on turkey cards, I don't think he going to want to, you know, have you fighting if you're going to be moving like that. But his dad said they ain't doing no running. Zab said they standing in the pocket. His dad said they pressing Norman. They using the stick. They pressing him. Zab said they standing in the pocket. Hey, man, I heard somebody yesterday say they got Dad by knockout. Damn, man, they got Dad knocking out Norman. Shit, y'all must think he gonna be super strong and he gonna be that much better than this guy, and to the point where he just, you get me, where he could just beat his ass. I don't know, man. Shout out to my homie, man. Always supporting the grind. Dante's Boxing Talk, supporting the grind for that dub in the Cash App. Much love to my dog, man. Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Bro, he's a phenomenal boxer. Some people feel like he has the more experience. Obviously, he's fought at the championship level more. He's been undisputed at the smaller weight class. But what I was trying to tell a guy in the comment section, I get it. Fighting skilled guys that are your size and fighting skilled guys that are smaller than you is not the same. I can't explain all that through a damn, in the comment section, but that's not the same shit. Fighting a skilled guy that's smaller than you and fighting skilled guys that's your size, that's a different challenge in and of itself. Brian Norman is his size or bigger possibly, and that height don't impress me. He clearly stronger. He punch harder than Ryan. He's more skillful and dedicated than Ryan. You give him, he building momentum. He won on the road. People keep talking about Devin experience. Well, let's talk about how Brian Norman been winning on the road when people been counting him out. So again, man, you gotta be on point. Your game plan gotta be on point. What I hear Bill saying is a little concerning because the last time y'all was talking that way, y'all really went out there and fought in a way that got your chin checked all night. Are you gonna do that again? Is there any layover effects from you fighting Ryan Garcia? Is that in the back of your mind? Are you trying to get away from B. Norman, or are you gonna be willing to stand your ground and back him down? Are you gonna be willing to do that? If not, you gotta have a long ass night, kid. You're gonna have a long ass night. You're gonna have a very long night. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a long night in the office for you. I'm telling you. So let's get to this though. When we're gonna keep breaking the fight down as we go, but I want y'all to hear what Edward had to say, man. Yeah, a lot to say.
I know his team, and I just wanted someone that was going to come to fight. There's a lot of people who know how good Jaron Ennis is, and I think a lot of people who don't really truly believe they can compete against him.
And it's good, bro.
I don't mean this disrespectfully, but Lima is naive enough to think that he can beat him. And listen, on any given night, anything can happen. And he's very tough, and he can punch hard. He's fit as you like, and he's very, very game and brave. But I think that will lead to not only a great fight, but I think it will lead to a great Jaron Ennis performance. And I can't wait for you guys to see him at 154. Because now I've actually got people in the gym with Jack Cattrall, his manager Sam Jones, and they're just like, they've been watching him spar. And Sam's just been messaging me going, I've never seen anything like this. I've been in training camp with Canelo Alvarez, all these top fighters, Mayweather, and this guy is unbelievable. I said, I told you. Like, if you think
City Gritty would do
will beat Jaron Ennis, then you don't know shit about boxing.
Eddie, that was my next question.
If you think
he channeled his inner Roger Mayweather.
If you think that Murtsalayev beats Jaron Ennis, you don't know shit about boxing. If you think Sebastian Fundora...
And right here, y'all, he just being a promoter, and he just saying what he's supposed to say, but just because you think one guy could beat the next guy or vice versa, and whether you right or wrong, that doesn't determine whether or not you know boxing. Getting the pick wrong doesn't mean you don't know boxing, bro, but, it's going to be people that don't think Boots could beat everybody, and rightfully so. They're going to feel that way because they haven't seen him in there with people that they feel like can challenge them in a way that some of these guys at 54 are going to challenge him. So Eddie can say what he wants. I just hope he put Boots in a position to shine, to be able to prove the things that he's saying, right? Because, you expect him to say what he's saying as a promoter, but you want to see him be able to actually fulfill the things that he's saying, right? And he gets it. The only way we can prove what he's saying to be true is making those fights. You don't make those fights, bro, it's over. Shout out to Dub City. You get me? You don't make the fights, then we'll never know. And this the second weight class. He read up with you. He trusted you. So you got to do everything. I ain't saying Eddie not working, because I think he's been doing pretty good with Boots since he got him. And he just got to keep making it happen. After this, man, you got to get this dude a fight that's either a title or one of them names. You can't just keep sitting in interviews talking about, because this is just the same old song and dance at 47. This is 147 all over again. When he was down there, you were saying he'd beat all of these guys. Ain't none of these guys have beat Boots. Now you up at 54, you singing the same thing, which is cool. But this is time to prove it now. It's time to prove it. He in a deep-ass division. Bro, anybody that snatch up titles in this division or make a run is going to be one of the best fighters in all of boxing, because 54 is one of the best divisions in all of boxing.
If you think that Murtsalayev beats Jaron Ennis, you don't know shit about boxing. If you think Sebastian Fundora beats Jaron Boots Ennis, you don't know shit about boxing. The only fighter between 154 pounds and 168 pounds that I can't categorically sit here and tell you Jaron beats is Terence Crawford. And I still think he beats him, but I can't, you know, I'm so sure that he beats all those other guys. We just got to get the fights.
Absolutely.
You know, and you need people that have the appetite to jump into fights like that.
Absolutely. Now, Eddie, if, you know, when...
You mean you need people to have the appetite? Nah, you gotta you gotta line it up, Eddie. You meant it's funny. Shout out to my guy Dub, man. He is talking about you know, Ben Whitaker, and I brought up the promo to show me the money. That's what it's about. Hey, Dub, man, Eddie gonna have to show them people the money up there at 54 if you want them to get in there with that phenom, huh? You get me? You gonna have to go up there at 54, man. You get me? You gonna have to go up there to 54 if you want. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to make them fights happen, bro. You get me? You gonna have to show people the money up there, man. Ashley's corner was good, cuz. How you feeling? Always good to see you. Always, man. Don't work too hard on them, cuz. I know you probably working, but yeah, man. You gonna have to show them the money, Eddie. See, you made that nice little promo with Ben Whitaker, and that shit was cool. Got him signed up, but you gotta show those dudes the money because they're not getting in there for no chump change, bro. They not trying to get that boost work. They're not trying to get the and one mixtape put on them. They not, hey, bro. They seen the last and one mixtape that Boost put out. Did y'all see it? That Stanionis and one mixtape. They don't want that. They don't want that Stanionis treatment if they not
Boots
getting paid.
gets through Lima, or you know, those three fighters that you just mentioned, Vergil, you know, Fundora, Terence Crawford. Those are fighters that have been on the table and been in talks to fight Boots for quite some time now. Is there a specific one of them that you're chasing at this time?
So we, you know, just to make it clear on Vergil Ortiz, we sat in a room, me, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, and the top DAZN execs in America.
Yeah.
We talked about how a deal would work with those two fighters, and we agreed on a deal. We went away, we signed a new deal with Boots. Part of that deal within the contract was the deal that we agreed with Golden Boy and DAZN to fight Vergil Ortiz. Boots signed it. Now, we didn't hear anything back. We told them we're going to fight in October. They said they're going to fight in November, and we haven't heard anything back. On Tuesday, Eric Gomez called me, and he said, look, I just wanted to let you know, we're fighting Lubin. After that, we want to get the Boots fight made. I said, well, we're in. I don't, you know, so I take their word for it, and I truly believe Oscar De La Hoya wants to make great fights. But that fight is done on our side, on all the terms that we agreed with Golden Boy. That fight for me, although it doesn't carry an official world championship.
That's the part that tripped me out. When they be saying like we did our part and we ready to go, like we did everything on our side, we just waiting for Golden Boy. But it don't sound like that when you hear the other side speak. So like this should be promoter talk. I just hope they can get the business squared away. There's no way that Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz need to be flirting with the idea of fighting each other. Make the damn fight. Vergil over here talking about Boots turned it down in the interview. Boots is saying that ain't the case. This is miscommunication. Y'all gotta get that shit together, bro. Boots should not have to be pegged as a duck because y'all can't get the money that his opponents are looking for, or you know what I'm saying? We gotta make this shit make sense, bro. Lubin versus Vergil, yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. That's a real fight, and the winner, man, the winner of that fight right there, man, they're gonna be in position. My bad, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna keep building Lubin. Man, I'm telling you, the winner gonna go on to do something special. I think the winner of that fight could really make a name for themselves at 54. This is I don't want to say a make or break for Lubin, but this would be his third loss if he take an L. And you know they're gonna say every time he step up, he lose. So he really got to kind of secure this victory. But the winner of that fight, I think, could go on to do something special for 54. I want to see Lubin show out.
It's one of the best fights in boxing. Vergil Ortiz is a great fighter. Robert Garcia is a great trainer. And I don't mean it disrespectfully when I say they just don't beat Jaron Ennis. In fact, that style is absolutely tailor-made for Boots.
Absolutely.
You hear that? Man, did Vergil lose a Lubin? Then You know what? Because I'm real. If that were to happen, then like I said, I think Lubin could go on to do something special. And then I think people will start immediately talking about Lubin fighting Boots, which is good for boxing too. But at the same token, even if Vergil was to lose, I still want to see him in Boots. You get what I'm saying? Like, we almost be conditioned to think when a guy loses, oh, we don't want to see that fight. I want to see it, you know. But if Vergil loses to Lubin, that'll be a setback for him. You know how people gonna talk. They're gonna be overly critical of him. He got exposed. And then they're gonna start talking about Lubin in the fights with the big names at 54. That's one dude I would love to see win a title, a world title. That's why I say, man, that shit gonna be difficult as hell for him, bro. That's gonna be a difficult scrap for that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a tough fight, man. Vergil coming with everything, man. So Lubin just got to be on point, man. I think he's a more crafty boxer, man. Vergil could do some things in there too, but he could take advantage of Vergil's eagerness to try to hurt him, and I hope he do. You know what I'm saying? I hope he boxes a smart fight, man. But at 54, man, if he lose next man up, then Lubin and Boots should run it if that's a possibility, right? But I just want to see the dudes in that weight class at the top mix it up. That's one of the best divisions in boxing, and all they got to do is make the fights. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is make the fights. Lubin in trouble. I think Vergil about to maul him. I think that could work against him to a degree, Samuel, if he try to maul.
In fact, that style,
I think so, especially
absolutely tailor-made for Boots.
Absolutely.
But we got to get through Saturday first. We can't make this mistake of just, you know, looking ahead, because you see Lima. Lima's going to step into the pocket, into the danger zone, and he's going to let them fly, and he can punch. But that's also a very dangerous game against Boots, coming in with that kind of tactic. And you know, I'm excited to see the fight.
So you're comfortable making that fight for pay-per-view without a world championship on the line?
Yeah, because it's a great fight, and you know, you've got the WBA interim, you've got the WBC interim. I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He lost against good people, but you know how the fans throw you away. You can't even lose. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Spence lost to one of the best fighters in the world in Terrence Crawford. They was ready to just write his obituary and send him on his way. It's crazy, bro. Lubin only lost, I think it was early when he lost to Mel Charlo. It was a little bit too soon. And I think the Fundora fight was really good. He blew his nose, and that shit just ended the night for him. You know what I'm saying? Made it look worse than it did. But he did only lose to top guys. So this Vergil Ortiz fight is a tricky fight for him because he don't want to lose for a third time. So I think he's gonna be fighting with a lot of heart and confidence, man, because he want to win. And the thing about Lubin that we all can respect, he don't turn down no smoke. He go right towards it. I'm just gonna beat him up. But Lubin won. You see how he bought? Hey, Cuzzo, I'm glad you brought that up. It could be another one. Vergil, you better have your game. Don't sleep on Lubin because he could box. They act like he ain't one of them guys or something, man. Lubin, before that first loss, man, he was looked at as one of them dudes. I still think he that dude. You know what I'm saying? I still think he won them. Thought Lubin lost. I ain't mad. Vergil was good with it. Couldn't believe it wasn't keep. Yeah, keep that got injured. I know.
But do you want to see the fight as a fight?
We'll tap the screen, y'all.
You want to see great fights, or do you want to just see fights with belts? Like for me,
Friday, I'm not gonna
the Mercedes fight, for example, was a real fun fight, but it doesn't have the same kind of profile as an Ortiz fight, right? I like the Fundora fight as well. Is Fundora going to fight Jaron Ennis? I mean, all it comes down to really is money. Because you know, like, people aren't stupid. They know how good Boots is. And they want to be paid to face him.
Well, do you have an inkling? Let's say Vergil Ortiz, they already put an offer on the table for his.
That Lubin did turn down Bakram after calling out, getting a contract. I look at it like this, Doug. I know you know what's up, but for me, Bakram and Vergil Ortiz, get what I'm saying? It's like pick your poison. I think both of them is a dark alley. I think you go down the street where it say Vergil Ortiz, and then that's a dark alley. Go down the alley where it say Bakram Mortazaliev. I think that's a dark alley. It's like pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I look at Lubin as a guy that's not scary, right? I don't call it ducking. He had to have a reason. Maybe you know it, I don't know it, but fighting either of those guys is telling me you about to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Bakram or shit, man, I don't know. That Bakram, I want to see him fight, man. you know, hey Dub, I know you don't like it, but they ready to call Bakram the boogeyman. You think Bakram the boogeyman, or what's up? Talk to me, Dub. Is Bakram the boogeyman? Dub hate that. They don't like the boogeyman talk. Before Lubin lost, people wanted him versus EJ. People act like your life over when you lose. That's what I'm saying, bro. Lisa, peace, Queen. How you feeling today? I'm cool with Lubin decision. Y'all just don't tease the fan. I don't know, but look. Is he really teasing, bro? Because he's still giving you a good fight, right? He's still giving you a good fight. You get what I'm saying? He's still giving you a good fight. Like I said, you might have a little more inside information on why he may have pulled out. But like I said, to me, when you look at Vergil Ortiz and the Bakrams, they like, you know, you get what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that. Because it's a tough fight either way you go. And they both dogs. Now, Dub, had he said no to Bakram and maybe took a lesser guy that's not deemed on that level, then I'm looking at him like, hey, man, but whichever way you go, whether it's left or right, you go down Ortiz Boulevard or Mortazaliev Ave, you got you a tough fight, and I like it. But I get it, man. Maybe something changed, but he did probably had the people thinking he was going to fight him, and he didn't. But I do like this fight. But let's keep going, y'all. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up.
They go back around and give Xander another offer. Would you think they would take that deal with Xander first before they would take the fight with Boots?
Maybe. I would. If I was part of Vergil Ortiz's team. I would fucking definitely fight Xander Zayas rather than fight Boots.
And doesn't that make the fight with Boots further down the line bigger now that there's a world championship on the line?
We can't keep playing that game because then it's like, now you're talking about marinating. And that's what we always get accused of doing all the time. Let's just make the fight now. Like, we've talked about it for a long time. And to be fair, you know, after the Stanionis fight, Boots went away, he had his bloods done, he saw, you know, and we kind of realised that sooner or later, at 47, something's going to go wrong. And what that looks like is the weight's not going to be made properly, and we're going to underperform. And you know, so Turkey come in and he said, look, we could make the Haney fight. But first of all, it's Teofimo Lopez, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like Christmas, right? Boots against Teofimo at 147. And it's like, we just can't do it anymore. We need to move to 54. Get me a fight with a top 10 guy, and after that, I will fight anyone you put in front of me. So we're not really, you know, like a Mertzalayev fight, that's an easier fight to make because that guy doesn't have the opportunities that some of the other guys do. Like you say, if Vergil...
As well as part of being a promoter is you got to have a mouthpiece, but he got to remember what he's saying. Now, we all expecting Boots to come out there and look phenomenal Saturday, but you saying Mortazaliev fight is easy to make because he don't get opportunities like that. You see me just pull up the tweet from Mortazaliev, sound like he's a little frustrated with the game. Bro, like, look. Bro, like, man, maybe I'll get maybe I'll return back to the ring one day. You get what I'm saying? Like, maybe one day I'll get back in there. So that dude really want to fight, and I think he with all the smoke, right? So it's just a matter of making the fights, man. And he's saying the right stuff, like it's money. You don't want to marinate the fights. You know people want money. You saying Mortazaliev is easy, but I'm already hearing Abbas Baru. Is that how you say his name? Abbas Baru might be a next fight for Boots. So that's gonna get him criticized whether it come with a title or not.
Get the Xander Zayas fight, of course you're going to take that fight over fighting Boots. But someone like a Mertzalayev, and sometimes, like, no one really wanted to fight Stanionis. Everyone was talking about how good he was, how tough he was. Boots at 70% physically played with him.
Yeah, but that's my question, because my sources tell me that Vergil supremely interested in that Xander Zayas fight. So
Zayas fight.
Yeah, so if Boots can't get the fight with Vergil, he has to take a marquee name in his next fight at 154.
Or you fight a champion. Or you fight, you know, listen, it's not really the fight that we want, but Baris Abu is the world champion from Germany at 154. Listen,
real quick, I'm trying to stopping it, but this would be frustrating me. How many times are you going to fucking make a fight that you say you don't want? I'm not getting this. Like, so let me get this straight. The fights that you don't want are the fights that you're able to make. The fights that you do want are not the ones that you're making. Shit don't make sense. You're making the fights that you don't want to make, but not making the fights that you want. I'm telling you now, I'm not complaining because I just watch boxing different. Boots, chase championships, or those names, or both, and I'm cool. He fight that dude in Bass Baru. People gonna complain. Vergil just beat Ennis Tellis, one of the up and coming young fighters. He beat him convincingly in an upset fashion. If Boots goes and fight him, he has the title. I'm not tripping on that. I know some people gonna complain because it ain't Vergil or Bakram or somebody like that, but you can already kind of hear it in his energy. It's not the fight we won, but Vergil is the champion. He letting you know right now what that is. And shout out to YSM, because I believe he came through here and he told me the same thing. Like that mess around be the next guy he fights. So we gotta see. We said Eddie was a bad promoter with a good mouthpiece, and that's it. You don't make enough to happen. Yeah, I don't think he a bad promoter, because if you look at it, Boots had how many fights before he got to Eddie? He was a former unified champion with 3 belts before he left 47. Richardson Hitchens was in Mayweather Promotions boxing purgatory. You get what I'm saying? Had a bunch of fights. A few fights later, Eddie Hearn, not just Eddie, but his manager made him a millionaire and a world champion. You get what I'm saying? And got him a title defense. I don't think Eddie Hearn is a bad promoter. I just think he struggles when it comes to promote maybe American fighters. You get what I'm saying? To a degree. And not so much promoting them, just getting them to fight, should I say. You get what I'm saying?
To take that
I think he's good at this job, though.
For a championship, we'll do it. I prefer the Mutsalayev fight because everybody's going to go, fuck yeah. Like, who knows boxing, right? Because he's a monster, apparently. So,
but commercially, that doesn't.
But what you say commercially? At the end of the day, what we're doing here is we're chasing.
Not necessarily. Look, Boots was on that side before. He wasn't signed to the PBC, but he was on that side. And look at all them fights he had. He's with Cameron Duncan, but look at all them fights he got. And then he get with Eddie. Boom. I mean, they upgraded him to the interim title, but he did get him to stand on this fight, which allowed him to have 3 of them belts before he got up out of there. You get him what he had, the ring mag, IBF, and you get what I'm saying? So I think he does well, but he still leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, but if Vergil fights Anders Eyes, he gets a belt and it makes it bigger. All right, well, what if Boots fights Abu or fights Mutsalayev and he gets a belt and then it makes it bigger? So it's a contradiction, really. I mean, no one's ever happy. But the reality is, what we really want is we want the biggest fights and world championships. That's it. Boots is about legacy. Do you know what I mean? He's a guy that he understands it.
You see that there? He's saying the names or titles. That's what Boots is saying, the same thing. So for what it's worth, they at least sound like they somewhat on the right page. You get what I'm saying? Boots is talking about, look, I want either these names or these titles or both. He's saying the same thing. Now they just got to collectively work together once he get past this fight and see what's out there and what make the most sense for him. You get what I'm saying? Fight is eliminated for whose title, just? The dude, what's his name? That just beat Tellis, Vergil.
History of the sport, and he wants to create his own legacy within the sport, right? And the way that you do that is to win championships and to be in the biggest fights in the division. So at 147, thank God, we managed to unify, right? Yeah. Now we've got to win a world championship at 54, and hopefully we can not just unify, we can become undisputed.
Do you feel you achieved your goals at 147? Because I know you really wanted undisputed.
I wanted more, but in the end, when I found out how difficult it was, I was pleased that we unified. Like, that was a big, getting that Stanionis fight was a big coup, because it made him Ring Magazine champion, lineal champion, absolute carbon #1 in the division, and it made him unified. But if you ask me, you know, was I happy? I was happy, but I would have been happier if we would have got the other guys as well and the other belts. And actually now, if you look at it, now timing's everything. You know, now we've got Lewis Crocker, right? He's won his old belt. You've got other champions in the division that maybe we could have made the fight against. You know, I think that if he stayed at 47, I think maybe we could have made a Brian Norman fight, maybe in Saudi Arabia or something like that. But timing's everything. And, you know, I think the perfect weight for Boots is 160. I think he could go there now and be in his absolute prime. He'll be tight at 54 tomorrow. People think that when you move up in weight, all of a sudden it's easy. He's massive. He will 100% go to 168 at some point. So right there, you've got a 4-division championship. But I don't want him just to be a 4-division champion. I want him to be undisputed in those, because I think he's the natural progressor.
Yeah, I talked about his first time.
I think he's at the same.
I mentioned it for a second. Talked about it with Thurman.
The ability as Terence Crawford. And what Crawford's done is amazing, because he was undisputed in 3 weight classes.
Yeah, so, you got to prove it in a ring.
Of course you have. It's very well me saying it, but you got to prove it in a ring but you've also, people know in boxing. So everyone's always known how good Crawford was. But it took him a long time to get the opportunities to prove it. We've got to make sure that we're not 36, 37, 38 when we're getting those opportunities. Because if Boots can get it at 29, 30, he's going to be around 34, 35. He lives a clean life. Do you know what I mean? I think this guy, I truly believe, I think he can be one of the all-time greats. But like you say, we've got to prove it against the champions.
Eddie, are you surprised about that?
And that's why I say, man, I like the things that Eddie said about Boots. He's saying all the right stuff. It's just, I think a lot of times we need to just take into consideration that it's a lot of moving parts and they don't control everything, right? But as long as him and the fighters on the same accord, I think that's half of the battle there. You know what I'm saying? What I'm tired of hearing is a promoter say one thing, then the fighter sound like he's saying something different than the promoter. And like I said here, at least here, they both sound like they're on a similar page, on a similar note with plans of either getting names or titles or both. They can do that. Like, I feel like as fight fans, we should be able to just sit back and enjoy the ride, right? As long as you're getting to be the names or people that are deemed at the top. Like, even now, this shit could have been worse. People did a lot of complaining about the opponent that he fighting. But at the end of the day, top 10 guy. Can we really be sitting there complaining? Thrill was good, bro. So, I don't know. We just got to move. He's saying the right shit. He just got to put the right moves behind the shit that he's saying so he can make it a reality for Boots, man, because he been facing a lot of criticism for his competition or lack thereof.
Not really. It's really difficult because when you're making a call like that, there was other fights that we could make that I think from a commercial point of view would have done better or got a better response. But I knew this would be a better fight. Do you know what I mean? Like some guys I knew would fight off the back foot. They really didn't think they could win. They'd probably stink the place out a little bit. I'd rather a hungry, talented fighter that comes with power, with danger, and that will come on the front foot and try to win the fight. But this fight, we always knew that this fight, because Boots said, I just need one fight at 54. Let my body, go in there and just feel it and experience it, and then we'll fight anybody. So I always kind of knew that this fight was going to be a little bit of a treading water fight. Sometimes those fights are dangerous. I actually think this fight's very dangerous. But I just think Boots is too good. So yeah, I wasn't really like the boxing world, not necessarily you guys, but like just in general, is so negative, isn't it? I mean, like, don't you think that the whole world? I think it's so toxic. Like we're so fucking mental, all of us, and miserable. But it's like people are just waiting to criticise. So yeah, I knew when we were going to pick Lima, I knew we'd get some criticism for it. And by the way, some of it's, I understand. Eddie Hearn's out there telling us Jaron Ennis is a pound-for-pound #1, and he's the best fighter in the sport. And you're fighting this guy. Why aren't you fighting?
Y'all be hearing me say this all the time, right? I tell you, he don't shut up about how great Boots is, and how he's one of the best fighters. He could be pound-for-pound best fighter in the sport. Like, he talk that talk. He make this shit sound good. But yeah, so some of that criticism is coming from the things that you're saying out of your mouth, and they're not fully aligning with the moves that's being made. If you got the best fighter in the world, you're looking to put him in there with his contemporaries or other guys that can challenge him. Not a Lima, an unknown Lima from Portugal or something like that. I'm not knocking it. You got him a top 10 guy. But it's make or break up here at 54, Eddie. This man ain't re-up with you to just be fighting anybody, right? So I think for Boots, though, he seemed like he cool. Like, as long as you just being able to chase one or the two,
mental, all of us are miserable. But it's like people are just waiting to criticise. So yeah, I knew when we were going to pick Lima, I knew we'd get some criticism for it. And by the way, some of it's, I understand. Eddie Hearn's out there telling us Jaron Ennis is a pound-for-pound #1, and he's the best fighter in the sport. And you're fighting this guy. Why aren't you fighting this guy, this guy, this guy? And this is part of the strategy. This is not to take an easy fight.
You get it.
This is to prepare us in the right way for what's to come.
I know Lima wasn't the first choice, but like, who in order, like, who were the guys that you preferred?
God, I can't even remember now. Boachik was the one. Well, I shouldn't say it because I offered 7 figures to Boachik.
Why did that fall apart?
What?
Why did the Boachik?
Because they said we could have an opportunity to fight on the Canelo card. And I said, yeah, but for like a quarter of
5 rounds.
And you know, I'm sure Tom Loeffler won't mind me saying it. He just turned around and said they just don't want to fight Boots. And I said I don't blame him. Who else was there?
Were you interested in losing?
What?
Were you interested in losing?
Yeah. I think it's a good fight. Like, you know, but again, it's how much money they want to fight Boots. And when you're doing a show without a world championship and Boots is on a lot of money, obviously you have to look at how much the opponent's costing. And these guys come in and they're like, well, we want 1.5, we want blah. It's like, who's the other guy? Fucking, what's his name? Rashidi Ellis. He came in, and in the end they come back, go, oh, we'll take your offer. I'm like, we've already signed the fight. Why didn't you just take the offer in the first place? But I think that's a guy that...
There you go for the people that's truly complaining about who Boots fighting on. Why he ain't fight Rashidi Ellis? Rashidi Ellis said no, then turned around and tried to say, yeah, it wasn't Eddie Hearn's job to sit around and wait and be stuck on stupid waiting for Rashidi Ellis to get his business affairs in order. What it's starting to seem like is y'all fighters better start speaking for yourselves and stop letting these men speak for y'all. Because it clearly was your team and your people saying the money wasn't right. It looked like you had your own mind about it. So he ended up costing you a bag. You've been fighting in the TCL and been on the sideline. I don't think he's in a position to try to bargain the kind of money that he was looking to get. You out of sight, out of mind. They're essentially throwing you a bone by giving you an opportunity against a guy like Boots that's looked at as one of the hottest fighters on the come up, right? So they mismanaged that situation. To me, they kind of fumbled the situation and messed up a bag for Rashid.
There's a bit of history.
Now who he fight? You know what I'm saying?
He won't come like Lima. Watch. We'll talk after the fight. You'll be impressed by this kid. He's fucking tough as.
Well,
Boots.
we've seen Aaron McKenna.
Yeah, but he took the fight on 7 days' notice.
Yeah, we understand that, but
you don't really.
But it puts a cap in regards to how Boots has to perform in the ring against
maybe, but what it does is it gives people the opportunity to criticise.
Absolutely. That's
what it does. But the reality is, if you know that he had 6-7 days notice, and by the way, Aaron McKenna just fought Liam Smith. He won 120-108 against Liam Smith.
Yeah, but this is a Liam Smith that's kind of on his last leg.
I mean, he was injured against Chris Eubank before that. He knocked Chris Eubank out.
Yeah, but Liam's talking about retiring.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Aaron McKenna's a good fighter. And if you fight him at 7 days' notice, you're going to lose, right? Unless you're fucking someone really, really world-class special.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it makes Boots has to come out of the ring looking like Superman.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. He will. But because he's Superman.
And the over-under is 7.5 rounds. So are you taking under?
Yeah. Only because, and again, I don't mean this disrespectfully, of how naive.
I think so too, Cameron.
So you think about the 5th round?
I mean, it depends.
They got a common opponent. Just because they got a common opponent don't mean I'm doing the triangle theory, but they both fought Roman Villa. Shit is night and day. Boots didn't even let him win a round. He completely beat his ass and had fun doing it. Boots a totally different type of fighter than Rashidi. And Rashidi's a dog
I think
too.
He will.
Which I think he beat.
I mean, could be 3 or 4 rounds.
Villa got.
If Lima's a bit
robbed.
smarter and works, in fits rather than just coming out. Don't forget, like when you walk out in front of whatever it will be, 9,000-10,000, like it's a big moment. And you look in the ring and across is fucking Jaron Ennis. Do you know what I mean? And then the bell goes and you're like, because he's excitable. You've only got to watch. He's very explosive, Lima. So he comes in and he jumps in and he throws combinations. He's heavy-handed. And against Boots, if you make mistakes, which he probably will, he's going to get punished.
Yeah.
And you naturally do things very strategically. Obviously, this fight is being labeled master plan, which makes me think, obviously, you have that plan, that vision at 154. You dropped a lot of those names, but if everything were to stay the same, no obstacles, no barricades, obviously it's a fantasy to think like that. 1 through 3, what's the priority list?
I thought so too, Jose.
In terms of the fights that I think are the best fights, Vergil Ortiz. I've got to be honest with you, I like the Mertzalayev fight. We talk commercially, like maybe people in Philly won't appreciate that fight for what it is. But as a boxing fan, I actually say,
bro, see, I'll be just trying. All right, let me chill. Eddie, what are you talking about? Did he just sit here with a straight face and say Philly wouldn't appreciate the Mortazaliyev fight if they don't appreciate that, then they're not paying attention to 54 and they don't know who he is. Why wouldn't they appreciate Mortazaliad, but you gave him Karen twice? You gave him Karen twice. You gave them people Karen 2 times, bro. Gave him Karen twice talking about some Mortazaliad. They wouldn't really appreciate that. Don't start saying shit like that because you know we read between the lines over here, bro. Shit sound like I like the fight, but Philly wouldn't appreciate what bro. How you know? Go out there in Philly and ask them people. Go out there in Philly and ask them, hey man, hey Philly, what y'all think about the Mortazaliad fight, man? They can like bring his ass here. I bet you what they rather Mortazaliad than lima beans. Like you get me what made me throw my damn towel on the ground, bro. He said it with a straight face too. Look, y'all, he try to slip it in there, and I heard that shit, Eddie. Don't do that. Don't take what you don't want to do is create a conversation that takes the fights off the table for your fighter. Anybody that's watching boxing know Mortazaliad is a real challenge, right here, real threat. This is why people ain't jumping out the woodworks to fight him. Philly will definitely appreciate it. Eddie, trust me,
he's gonna get punished.
You feel me? And number one, you know what I'm saying? What do you mean, Philly?
Fight is being labeled master plan, which makes me think obviously you have that plan, that vision of 154.
I'm telling you, the city of brotherly love. They don't know nothing about it because of
no obstacles, no barricades. Obviously, it's a fantasy. Think like that. 1 through 3. What's the
feel me, Lisa? You see? Out here.
In terms of the fights that I think are the best fights, Vergil Ortiz. I've got to be honest with you, I like the Mertzalayev fight. Now we talk commercially, like maybe people in Philly won't appreciate that fight for what it is. But as a boxing fan, I actually say Ortiz, Mertzalayev, Fundora, Zayas, Abu.
Why do you put Zayas so low on the list? I mean, he's becoming
Zayas to get hurt by
the brand name at this point. He signed the Bad Bunny.
But if you listen to what I said as a boxing fan, in terms of fights, listen, commercially, Boots against Zayas, Puerto Rico weekend, does Madison Square Garden, right?
That's a good fight, though. I like Zayas.
Because I think Top Rank are in the business
Boots,
right now of doing business.
Boots beat him.
We've got a great relationship with him. Yeah, we're talking about other unification fights right now for January. I mean, on a slightly smaller level, you've got Guido Vianelli come over, fight our guy. And it's like, I think Top Rank, we're really enjoying talking to Top Rank and saying, like, do you want to do Zayas against Boots and those guys? But they've still got to do the fights. Do you know what I mean? But commercially, I think you're right. I'm just talking about, like, do you think Zayas beats Boots, really? Like,
I think he can box, and I think he could make it competitive.
Yeah, he really is. I think he did do something with Bad Bunny. I believe he did.
There's a difference between making it competitive and can he win.
Yeah, I
think Zayas is a good fighter, but for me, I mean,
Aaron last 2 losses was to Boots. Like he lost to Boots, went on a win streak, and didn't lose again till he ran back in.
Maybe you don't believe in Boots the same way, but I don't think who wins out of Mertzalayev and Zayas.
I like Zayas.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Wow.
Nah, I think Xander Zayas would get hurt by Mortazaliad. I don't like the way Xander respond to punching power. I don't like the way he was responding when what's the guy he just beat? When Buddy was punching him with clean shots, he was doing a lot of holding and grabbing. I didn't like it. He looked unsettled when his firepower coming his way. He don't. I just didn't like the way he was responding to that guy. And that dude not the biggest of puncher. And to me, Xander Zayas, he runs out of ideas, right? He runs out of ideas, and to a degree, he lacks creativity. I don't know. It's like it'd be rinse, wash, and repeat, and the shit work. But I think against better opposition, somebody will figure him out. Still want to see Karen versus another name. It's crazy because he went on a win streak after losing the Boost the first time. And then when he got back to him, like I said, that was his next time he lost. You know what I'm saying? So I signed with Remus Sports, co-owned by Bad Bunny. Yeah. Karen versus Stan Jonas, who wins? It's a tricky fight, bro. I don't know, man. Karen can mess around, pull it off with the boxing because Stan Jonas is a stationary guy. Pretty stationary guy. I don't know. Get his ass kicked. Karen might win. This Karen might be Stan Jonas, man. Karen fighting at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Is he Dub City? For real? That's crazy. Yeah, Xander young, man. That's why I think they moving him the way they are. He's young, bro. He's young. Xander's a young pup, man. And you can tell, man. Karen got good punching power too. Karen's solid. He can box. Damn, he fight. Okay, you said it too. He fighting this weekend on the zone. Shit, we got to check. So hold on, 1 o'clock. So is it? So he on the card? He on Boots' card? That's what it sounds like. Y'all telling me. I'm not familiar. I didn't know. Oh yeah, Karen fighting on the zone. Yeah, I probably forgot. I probably slipped my mind. Appreciate you, my guy.
I'm gonna do a cheap shot and say Jermell Charlo. See, because that's kind of like a can't win scenario. I mean, can't lose scenario, because it's like we know he's undisputed, we know he's good, but he also hasn't been back in over 2 years. So it's a debatable selection, but I think based off everyone, he has the most weight in the division in terms of like pull and cachet, where people would put him 50-50, if not 60-40.
I think Fundora.
I forgot about Fundora, but he about to get cooked. Keith cooking that man. I ain't never seen Keith go out bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I can see it because of the height, because of the distance. I could see Keith just getting picked apart, bloody, not being able to cut that distance. But I also never seen Keith be at such a disadvantage that I can't really envision it with an honest heart. I think he just got too much skills.
I like that take, man. I like Keith is a skilled guy, bro. He is a truly skilled dude. That fight is off, though, as we know. That this clip was before that, but the main reason I played it is because they're talking about 50-50 fights for Boots. That's the thing, man. I think all of the top guys that we mentioned are looked at as 50-50 type fights. Mortazalias, the Fundoras. You get what I'm saying? You need these guys. You need them names. Vergil Ortiz, those 50-50 type fights, bro, that you do need. You need those fights for your career. You need them. So I think first is get this order of business out the way with Baz Peru. J Bean was good with it. That's the Dave Allen White Rhino Carr versus what's his name? Mahmudo. What's buddy name? It's postponed, Damon. Fundora got a hand injury. Fundora got some type of hand injury, and that fight is postponed. When I heard injury, I thought it was Keith. I ain't gonna lie, right off the bat, I thought it was Keith Thurman, but it's Fundora. And low key, I don't know. It could be a blessing in disguise for Keith. I ain't saying he couldn't have won, but it ain't the end of the world that you don't got to fight an NBA shooting guard. Because I ain't going to lie, bro. That's an awkward-ass fight. Keith probably would have had he had a tough night in there, bro. And that could be the end of an era, bro. Keith get beat up by Fundy, man. So I ain't even about the trip, y'all. I ain't even about the trip, y'all. Yeah, it's off for now. Postponed is what they Z. What's good, homie? What's good with it? Where who fighting at? Who you talking about? There might be a lot of fighters. They postponed it. Frost and Cool Boy fight. Yeah, it got to, because that fight is on there. That's the worst part about it, is the fact that that'll be the second time for Cool Boy and Shock that they fight got pushed back. First time was the Tank Roach rematch was supposed to be on. Didn't happen. Then he got put on this card. Now it didn't happen. Another postponed. At this point, they need to just make Cool Boy and Shock a separate card. They need to headline their own card at this point, right? At this point, they need to headline their own damn card. Y'all double tap that screen. Hit the like button, y'all. Let's hit the like button. We're going to keep rocking. I'm looking forward. Yeah, me too. But at least they said it's postponed and not canceled. So that's a difference, right? Maybe it's just going to happen at a later date, which sucks because damn, I wanted to see that fight, bro. I really did, man. I really wanted to see Cool Boy and Shock. Flip was good with it. Peace, famo. If it wasn't on pay-per-view, it could have went through with it. Yeah. The fact that it's pay-per-view, it sucks, man. Amazon wanted the pay-per-view bread. It's in January now. Gatekeepers. Yeah, man, it sucks, man. It sucks. So, man, look. Eddie Hearn is back promoting Boots to the best of his ability. Telling you, man, all that stuff that he keeps saying, he know what he's saying. You telling everybody in the world that will listen that you got the best fighter in the world. And I'm telling you, part of me feels like when they hear that, they want to get paid. They're like, dang, you got the best fighter in the world. over there in Matchroom. Yeah, we need 1.5. I'm telling you. Tell them they gonna want that money to fight Boots, bro. Nobody trying to, hey Eddie, ain't nobody trying to get an N1 mixtape an N1 mixtape put out there on him. Look, I bet you Stan Jonas won't go watch that Boots fight. Bro beat stuffing out his ass. Man, Boots had Imantis Stan Jonas looking like Tommy Pickles and Jason Voorhees together, bro. That shit was brutal, man. He beat his ass on that stool, bro. People don't want that to happen to them. They can say what they want. Oh, that was Stan Jonas. That was down there, man. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want the Beats by Drake put on y'all in front of everybody. I get it. Because, I mean, the last thing I want is a guy putting himself in slow motion. He dribbling in between his legs on me and shit, punching me in my face. Nah, I don't want that shit happening to me either, so I get it. But Boots had Stan Jonas looking like a blend of like Tommy Pickles and Jason Voorhees without the mask. Yo, and y'all look, he had a kid on the way. I just want y'all to know that. When us fathers out there, when your kid on the way, it's motivating, right? It's like, yeah, give you that extra strength. He didn't have it, bro. He sat in that corner. He said, hey, man, you trying to go back out there? Stan Jonas was like, nah, man, come on, man. Go ahead, man. Guard, know what I'm saying? Hey, ref. That's it. I'm telling you, people don't want that Beats by Dre ass whooping by Boots. They don't want it. Unless it come with a hefty paycheck. Shout out to J Bean. Appreciate the support, homie. Said Porter dug Boots. Danny said no to Boots. Earl said no money with Boots. Keith said you don't know who the Boots was. Yeah, hopefully Boots gets a big fight. AJB, I feel you. Porter just see. I wouldn't call Porter a duck because Porter knew better. He went and sparred him. JB, he went and sparred him. Porter went got some smoke. Danny is from Philly. They say he won't even spar Boots. I ain't mad at him for that because he know better. I get that. Earl, I just don't think it was the real opportunity for that to happen. It's definitely not at 47 for me. But I think it would be money in it. That's just me personally. But yeah, I think he will, bro. I think he will, JB. That's somebody like Vergil. I think Vergil will be willing to fight him, bro. They just gotta make the fight. I think Vergil will be willing to fight him. And look, I think his chances, JB, of getting a big fight is increased at 54 because it's a lot more talent up there. Everybody not gonna say no. I hope not. That's gonna be crazy. I ain't trying to hear everybody say no. So hopefully Eddie just as a promoter, he do everything in his power to make the fights, and Boots just stay on his A game and be more hands-on with his business, bro, because he need the names, bro. He need them names, man. He need them names, y'all. Boots need them names, man. And he got a nice amount of 50-50 fights up there, man. 4 consecutive uppercuts. I told you it was OD. That's Tommy Pickle, man. He had that man. Stan Jonas definitely went out like Willie Lump, bro. Vergil gonna go to 160. Hey, you know what they say, Dub City? Hey, he go to 60, go there with him, because Eddie Hearn just sat in his interview and said Boots could go to 160 right now if he want to. He said he could be 160, 68, something like that. He said right now, and he'll be at his back. I think he said 60. So we just got to see. First things first, he got to get Lima out the way. I think he about to Castillo Clayton that guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he looked a little bit like Castillo Clayton. I don't give a damn if he fight like him. He going to lose like him. I'll tell you that. He going to lose like him. You know what I'm saying? He going to take an L like him. He damn sure about to lose, man. That dude is not going to win, bro. I think Boots going to make – Boots about to go out here and make this little mixtape real quick, y'all. He about to go out here and put this little mixtape together real quick. You know what I'm saying? Paint that Picasso on Usma Lima, beat his ass. And I think the rest will be history, bro. I think the rest is history. On Boots to get a belt at 54 and 60 and call Bud out. I don't think it'll happen, bro. I don't think it'll happen. I don't think we'll ever see that fight. Reef was good. I don't think we'll ever see Bud and Boots. I think it's just not gonna happen. For one, Boots ain't going past 154 right now, in my opinion. I think it's way too much smoke for him to fight a Lima and then try to go chase Boots, right? I mean, Bud. I just don't think it'll happen. And on top of that, you get me, Bud is going to end up at 60. It seemed like and Boots gonna still be at 54. I just don't see him abandoning his, his goals at 54 to go to 60. Right? Then he rushing it. He already didn't get to fulfill everything he wanted to at 47. Now he at 54. Now he's gonna take one fight. Don't get no hardware or nothing. Just go up to 60 and chase Bud. I'm telling y'all, look, I love the fight if it could ever happen, but the level of competition that he's fought and then fighting Bud Crawford, that shit gonna be like night and day. To me, it'd be like night and day, man. That's just a different kettle of fish right there with Bud, man. You gotta work your way to them type of fights the right way, bro. I don't think you go from Stan Jonases and Limas to trying to fight Bud Crawford. I just think that's a crazy jump. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a wild ass jump. Who should fight the winner between Devin and Brian Norman? Devin and Brian Norman. The problem is they're at 47 though, bro. That's the problem. Like dudes got to be in the same weight class. Devin ain't going up to 54, and neither is B Norman. Not right now. Brian Norman said he's staying at 47 for a while. Opportunity to fight Bud expired for boot shop. Eddie wouldn't pay Brian Norman $2 million. How will he pay Bud? Yeah, he won't. He won't. That's why it won't happen. And behind the hands, Bud Ben said it. Hey, bro, Bud Ben told these dudes, y'all want me to fight this guy so bad? Where the money at? Where the money at? That's what he said. Y'all want me to fight him, man? Show me the money and stop asking about it. And then they started saying, Bud asking for a certain amount of money to fight him, and I don't know. It just was weird, bro. It's weird. They act like the man ain't supposed to get his money's worth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he would be able to pay, but I don't even think that's an option for them. I don't think that's somewhere they chasing. I don't think they're trying to fight no damn Bud Crawford. Why would you? Yeah, he just fought at 68. You ain't fight at 54 yet. It don't make a lot of sense. It don't make a lot of sense. Damn sure don't make a lot of sense to fight him right now. It really don't. We ain't done. We're gonna keep betting unless we talking Boots, man. Let's see what Boots had to say.
Do you think he truly believes that he can win on Saturday?
I'm glad that he think he's confident. I like it. I like the confidence, but he talking too much. He gonna get exactly what he looking for. It's gonna be an early night, and I'm gonna have some fun, and we're gonna show out. I'm not playing. I'm not here to play games.
That's the difference between this kind of fight. He's gonna be right there for you.
For sure. I know what he bringing to the table. Like I said, whatever he bring, I'm gonna be ready. Saturday night he gonna be like, yo, he a lot faster than I thought, a lot stronger than what I thought, a lot slicker.
Thanks,
like,
my dog. What's good, Brody?
It's levels.
How you feeling?
He know that.
Yeah, I like the
he know
shit.
that, but we gonna see.
He says he believes he has the power to knock you out. You expect your power. We saw it at 47. Is it even different at 54?
Make sure y'all come out Saturday night. Don't miss this spectacular knockout.
You win this fight inside the distance?
I win this fight however I want to do it. I'm not here to play. I'm telling you now, I'm not here to play.
Boots said he talking a little too much. Said I'm not here to play with him, man. He talking a little too much too. You know what I'm saying? I like this. Let's go, Boots. Let's go, Boots. Paint a Picasso out of his ass. An And1 mixtape on the way. Y'all ready for an And1 mixtape today, y'all? Are y'all ready? That's me. What it do, man? Double tap the screen, man. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Double tap that screen. Boots said, I ain't finna play. I ain't finna play. I want to see the fight, man. I think it's gonna be, he giving me Castillo vibes, man. I think this shit could be earlier, 5 to 7 rounds, some shit like that, man. Boots gotta just paint that Picasso and go on about his business, bro. Go on and rest up, man. Beat his ass and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Beat his ass and keep it pushing, bro. Hold on. Edward Hearn.
Eddie, if I could get your perspective before we leave you, we've had two fighters, great fighters that have been going back and forth with each other for a couple weeks now. Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. If we can get your perspective on that potential fight, and do you think it happens?
I think I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ-wise, I think he's even up there with a Terrence and those kind of guys. I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite different. Do you know what I mean? Like Shakur, I say defensive. I think that's a bit harsh on Shakur, but he's not a huge puncher.
Shakur
and skill-wise,
he got to say his name.
He's right up there.
Real technical fight.
Phenomenal. The difference with Boots is skill-wise, he's got that, but he can also, like I said, he can turn your lights out, and you'll see that more and more as he goes up the division. So, like, you look at fighters like Pernell Whitaker and stuff like that. What they lacked was that little bit of power and that aggressiveness that I think Boots has. I think the jury's still out a little bit on Teofimo. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, you have to respect him because he beat Loma, but I don't know.
He's an excellent fighter.
He's an excellent fighter. Yeah, he's an excellent fighter, but
he didn't cut the ring off from Barboza?
A lot of people give Shakur the edge in that fight. But do you think it depends on what Teofimo shows up?
Yeah, it always depends on what Teofimo shows up. I think Shakur beats him.
Yeah.
But the weight, again, right? Don't forget, Teofimo's a big 140.
Yeah.
Shakur is probably a small 135. Right? Or not really a big 135.
Yeah.
Teofimo's talking about going to 147. So you have a big size disadvantage going into that fight. But someone like Shakur is only going to get beat when he moves up and loses his advantage necessarily against a much bigger and stronger guy.
Yeah. But
I think that's a fiddly fight, don't you? I mean, I don't expect it to be this firefight.
Yeah.
I think Teofimo's very awkward and Shakur's very smart, and I don't know.
You got an interesting prospect at 154 that's coming off an impressive win, Jalil Haggett.
Yeah.
He's been calling out Xander Zayas since we bring
that was a big win because, let's be honest, the defeat in Puerto Rico to Jose Roman, who's fighting Tamir Smalls, that was a big kick in the nuts. And you know what's mad is, what Jalil Hackett was doing fighting at 147, I do not know. I mean,
I don't think so either,
Jose Roman, he could hardly stand up at the weigh-in. And I said to him, don't ever fight at 147 again. Then they wanted to rematch him at 147. Then he fell over or whatever he did. Then he moved up to 54. He looked like a different fighter. And he's a really good fighter. So, yeah, I think if you're Xander Zayas, I think he wants that, I think he said, isn't he, wants that Puerto Rican homecoming fight. Has Jalil earned the right to fight Xander Zayas? I think it's a bit like Lima. You can say, yeah, it's a good fight, but you're going to get criticised. But, yeah, it was a big win for Jalil. I thought he looked really good.
Man, he threw Jalil under the bus a little bit, man. He threw him under the bus. I just didn't like the way he threw him under the bus there, man. He tossed bro ass up under the bus a little bit, man. But Jalil is calling for the smoke. He young, he hungry, he just want to fight. He want to be able to prove himself. That's what you want. But again, man, I'm ready to see how Boots look at 54 and see what direction they take him from there. I think we already got an idea and we know what's up, but we just gotta sit back and wait to see it. I want to see Xander Zayas in a fight where he could possibly lose too. Not saying I want to see him lose, but I want to see him in a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? Is Jalil ready for Xander? I mean, shit, we'll never know. You know what I mean? And that's the good thing, the interesting thing about that. If he's not ready for him, then he could just fight him. Why don't he just fight the guy? You get what I'm saying? He could just fight him. He could just fight him. And pick up an easy win. But I don't know if he's ready for him or not. I don't know if he's young, man. You would never know. I mean, naturally you assume the guy that he lost to, definitely, Xander's eyes wouldn't lose to that guy. So Xander a young beast, bro. Xander a young beast. They got to keep moving him the right way, I think, though. You know what I'm saying? They got to move him the right way. You can't you might not, you don't want to rush it with him because you want to make sure you move him accordingly and challenge him the right way. Who said he'd fight Devin at 52? We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that because one of the things, I just seen the Akin Barak clips with Devin, and he had, I'll just play the clip for y'all. This is what he had to say.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Boots is a good fighter, but who is he?
Would you have Boots if that presented?
Yeah, no, they asked us. They said, are you guys open to doing a Boots fight? I said 100%. At 147, Boots' team came back with, they want to do it at 152. I want to do 152. I never even fought at 147 yet. I said, no, if you come down to 147, we can do the fight. I'm not gonna go to 152 for fucking Boots. Yeah. At the end of the day, Boots is a good fighter, but who is he?
Now look, I know what he's saying. Like, I know what he mean when he said, like, who is Boots? Boots is a good fighter. Who is he? Look, at the time of, I think what was Boots might have been a champion, but I think he got upgraded to be a champion. This is before the Stanionis fight and all of that. You got to think of where Devin Haney is coming from, right? Of course, it's just fighter talk, but he's coming from a guy that's former undisputed guy, right? So he felt like he fought the Lomas of the world, right? He moved up, fought Regis, he a 2-division champion. So he like, well, who is Boots and what has he done? Like, who is this guy? Well, we all know who Boots is, right? But listen, I'm going to be honest. 152, who would have really wanted to see that fight at 152? I wouldn't have minded either way, but respected Devin Haney. I like him because, look, he entertaining these guys. Meaning he's willing to fight them. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to fight these guys. My bad, y'all. 1 second. I'm a little distracted today. Propaganda Bandit said Devin playing a fair game. So yeah, that's what when he say, yo, who is Boots? I think he basically like, what has he done? Everybody play that card. You talking about a former undisputed champion. He feel like he's done some shit that, being truthfully honest, a lot of these guys won't do. So when he says something like that, that's what he mean. He not talking about, and that's the problem. You think any of those guys, any of that experience you gained at 135 pounds is going to have any bearing on how the fight play out at 147? Or should I say 150 something? Or shit, 152, you might as well go to 154. Like at that point, you might as well go to 54. But I think the best thing that could have happened was him do exactly what that might not go good for him either. But I don't think fighting Boots made sense. I think he would have got hurt bad. I think Boots would have really did some things to him, and it would have been really ugly. You get what I'm saying? He just don't have those advantages that he has in all his other fights, and I could see a Boots fight going terribly wrong for him. You know what I'm saying? You're not faster than him. You're not stronger. You're not more creative than him, right? He's a lot more comfortable in the ring. Like that shit, you won't be able to threaten him the way he'll be able to threaten you. That shit gonna be bad. It's not gonna be a good look. That's my honest opinion. Like I think he gets stopped if he fight him. I think he getting stopped. Hell no, it's too early for him to be a Hall of Famer. But this is another one, and let me see, it's another clip from Devin.
Now then it was like, okay, Ryan Garcia was out, Tio was out. Mm-hmm. Now who was next? Mm-hmm. Who was the next best guy that I could fight? Yeah. And we reached out. Well, they came with Boots Ennis. We said yeah. We said let's do it, but we want to do it at 147. They came back with 152. I'm like, why would I fight at 152? I never even fought at 147. No, we can do it at 147 or not. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then he moved up or whatever, and then Brian Norman.
I'm telling you, bro, him not fighting you did you a favor, bro. I'm telling you, allowed you to live a little bit longer, bro. Like exist, like, bro, that's bad news. If he fights you, that's really bad news, bro. That's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. In my opinion, Boo's gonna do some things. He gonna do something strange to your ass. That shit will not be good. It will not be a good look, bro. It will not be a good look at all. My bad, y'all. Next gen, what it do? You get me? Like, I think, look, I'm just being honest, y'all. I think that's one of the best decisions that they could have made for his career. I don't think he needs to be anywhere near Jaron Ennis. Nowhere near. Don't go nowhere messing with that dude from Philly. Bro, out here beating the heart and soul out of fighters, bro. That's not the guy to go messing with. Like, whether it was at 47, that shit would be bad. I'm so serious. I'm not joking, bro. Too much of a bag, too many tools, too athletic. My bad, y'all. I've been texting. My apologies, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Next gen, he said, let it go whatever he want. And to be honest, Boots probably asked 152 to spare him, knowing he probably ready to move up. Yeah, I think that's plausible. Next gen, think about it. I like the fact that Haney ain't try to say like, well, he ain't want to fight me. He just said, look, I never fought at 47. Why the hell would I fight at 52? So I understood Devin Haney. I don't think that's no duck move. I just don't think that fight needed to be made. I do think the fact that Boots was moving up is a good thing for him, because had they fought, that shit gonna be all wrong for him. I just don't think that's a good fight for him at all. I don't think he has no advantages at all. And what I'm saying is about the experience, because people keep bringing up the experience. They bring up Cambosis, Linares, Lomachenko, those little ass dudes. Boots will punch all of them little ass men out the ring somewhere. Them little ass dudes won't be able to do nothing with Boots. Loma get punched out the ring. Linares will get punched out the ring. Cambosis, Jojo Diaz, and whoever else you throw out there. Them little ass fighters at 135 pounds won't be able to do shit with Boots. So the experience that he gained against those smaller fighters, I don't think it'll have much of an impact when he in there with a guy like Boots with the physical dimensions that he gonna be working with. You're gonna be smaller than him. He got longer arms than you, I believe. I think he might be around the same height. He might be taller. You don't have an advantage. Your ass gonna get beat. I don't see it. All that experience, like what you gonna do to keep him off you? You get what I'm saying? That shit gonna go horribly wrong, man. Boots will be pissed down his leg, in my opinion, bro. Hannibal, what's good with it, my guy? What's good with it? Hey, Mike, I know you probably trying to rage bait me. I think that's the new word for y'all. What is y'all? Y'all millennials? Boy, I'll whoop your ass in real time, for free with no money. I'll just beat your ass for the disrespect, straight like that. Just want to let you know, you try to come here with that little weird shit, I'll whoop your ass. Just want you to know that. Might seem like I'm laid back, but nah, I really had fun with you. I'm telling you, you better go find somebody else to play with. Al Booger, my dog. Let's get back to this boxing. No, you think I ain't see that? You whoop my ass with fun. Boy, you'll be pissing down your leg. You'll be pissing down your leg wondering what happened. Hey, whoa, I'm a millennial. Ain't all of that. Ain't all of us. You know, the millennial, what the millennials say, Reed. You get me? Bro, Boots will be 20 pounds bigger, faster, stronger, 74 inch reach. Boots will sleep him. Dub City, no advantages means sleepy. Are you getting sleepy? Like that's what I hear in my mind when you ask me. And Devin is a phenomenal boxer, but I think whenever a guy is in there with somebody that's his size or bigger, possibly faster, stronger, all that stuff, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like what do you do to keep him off you? And you're not punching like that. You're not going to be able to keep him honest. Think about it. Roman Villa was punching Rashidi Ellis down at the end of that fight, right? Boots was in there playing with him. The same guy that had Rashidi Ellis fighting for his life at the end of that fight, Boots was in there playing with him. What do you think he'll do to a guy like Devin Haney that he ain't going to have what it takes to keep him honest? You can't keep Boots respectful, man. He going, man, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. But look, it'll be a fun fight. Maybe it happens in the future, man. Let's see how Dad look against Brian Norman. Shit. It's gonna be scary too. I think it's scary hours. Hannibal only came up because the interview was surfacing with Devin Haney saying like who is Boots, like, you know what I'm saying, people putting out the clips and stuff like that. So I think I had one more where he was talking.
At the end of the day, you know.
We had a hit list of guys that we wanted to fight. So the main fight was the Ryan fight. That was a fight that we had already signed for, that we wanted. And once the Ryan fight, Ryan was injured and it just didn't make sense to do it. The next guy was Teofimo. So we signed for that fight. We did our part. We thought the fight was gonna happen, and then whatever that didn't happen. So then the next guy was Boots. They came with Boots. We said let's do it. They said, but we said at 147. They wanted to do it at a catchweight at 152, but there was no point of us doing it at 152. We never even fought at 147. So then the next best guy was Brian Norman, and that's who we went for.
Also, Devin, was there any truth to you potentially offering Shakur a fight very soon here outside of the Brian Norman deal? I heard a rumor about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had a hit list of guys who we wanted to fight. So whichever guy stepped up, I think Shakur already had a fight scheduled when we was trying to find out an opponent. So not necessarily Shakur, but it was a hit list of guys who we want to fight all those guys. Whichever one was going to step up, that's what
he said it.
Okay, so we seen the scope of y'all
guys. He said it, y'all.
Had to hem Brian up a little bit. Yeah. What happened there? What was the conversation between you and Brian that escalated the situation?
Yeah, I don't really remember the conversation, but he just got too close, and that's when I pushed him, and that's when everything just.
So is the bad.
Cam J, what it do? Said Boots might shut down. It was good, Cam. How you feel? It's shut down. Devin, like the sound of Wendell PC make. I'm telling you, yes, Jordan. Win or lose, that's what boxing needs. Fighters. Well, no, look, I got all the respect in the world for Devin. Look, hey, he said it. I've been knew this before he said that. So check this out. I can say it now because he spoke on it. He just said it right there. So y'all do know they was planning on trying to fight a certain somebody, right? You heard what he just said? You heard what name he just mentioned that probably had a fight already, right? Hey, y'all. Oh, my God, yo. They was thinking about it. I knew this for a while, but because people tell me stuff in confidence and behind the scenes, I don't spill the beans. So it was, for a second, they were thinking about trying to fight Shakur. But like he said, he think he had a fight lined up or something already. They were thinking about it. They were considering it. I got firsthand information for sure that they was considering trying to fight Shakur. But at 147 pounds, that's fucking stupid. You're going to skip over 40. You at 35, unfinished business there. You're going to skip over 40, go to 47, where you going to be, I don't know. I just thought that would have been a little crazy. But being that he said it, I just want to let y'all know that I got firsthand information that that's something that they were considering. They was considering them two fighting each other. You get them, or sending him, or trying to make a fight with Shakur. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that'll ever happen. It's unfortunate, man. I'm just sitting here laughing. Yo. Shakur got one of the meanest ice grills in the game, bro. Yo, look how big homie Core. Look how he's looking at him. Look, he had Kid Austin the same way. Point to the easy smoke, y'all. Point to the easy work. Somebody point to the easy work. Bro. Oh man, yo, I'll be all over the place. I'll be everywhere in silence, y'all, bro. Hey man, his face say everything. Read, they like, nah, I ain't fighting that dude. Hey yo, why you looking? He's like, yo, man, this shit is hilarious, man. Y'all gotta have some fun with me, y'all. Hey, look, Devin or Bill, they wasn't checking for him, yo. I just be having fun. Yo. I know somebody told me that they said they had security, they had to get out the ring or whatever. But yo, Core, Yo, this picture, if this picture could talk, like, look at what's dude name? The dude in the suit even looking. The dude in the suit, like, yo, I forgot his name. He like, bro, so you not gonna look, you not gonna make eye contact. I gotta chill, bro. Look at dude's face, man. He like, so y'all ain't gonna look at him? Hey, you ain't gonna look, y'all, so you don't see him in the ring? Core like, yeah. How dare you? Yeah, that appreciate you, Dub. Man, that's my guy, man. The plug, the fax machine, all that. That's my dog. Russell Moore. I couldn't think of his name. Hey, Dub. Even he looking like, so y'all ain't about to face off. Oh man, if this picture could talk, Dad probably saying, hey dad, he looking? He still looking? Bill was like, yeah, he's still looking. We gonna get out right here. He said, hey dad, he looking at me? He's still looking. He's still looking. Core was on that. Yo, that man. I wanted to see that face all bad, man. Oh, that shit was funny, bro. God, that visage from another planet was good. Bill, like, don't look him in the eyes. I'm telling you, he like, hey, Pops, he's still looking. Bill, like, yeah, he's still looking. Hey, Dad, he's still looking. Don't look at him. Don't look him in the eye. For now, bro. Oh my God, man. Hilarious, man. Hilarious, though. Gotta love it, though. Gotta love it, man. But look, all jokes aside, all seriousness, I just be trying to have some fun with it. Look, and on a more serious note, they sparring went viral. They had sparring that pretty much went viral, bro. I always thought from that sparring footage that we was gonna get to see them two fight. You get what I'm saying? The sparring was good, right? The sparring was really good. So I knew an actual fight between them two dudes, excuse me, y'all, would have been good. Devin can box. I don't have no hate or no disdain for him. I support him. I rock with him. He can fight. So I ain't saying that, you know, if they fought, it's just some easy ass fight for Shakur. Nah, Devin can box, bro. I don't think he's a super easy fight for just any old body, but I always felt like Shakur's pedigree would carry him to a victory. I feel like the little difference, man, like just a little different with him. And I feel like his understanding of the game is just a little bit different too. You get what I'm saying? It'd be a very competitive fight, back and forth. I can see it, but I think at some point in the fight, Shakur would separate from him. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only even speaking this fight because I'm letting y'all know I kept that. I knew about that for a while. I knew about that for a while, that they were thinking about giving, you know, or trying to make a fight. Should I say it that way? They were trying to make a fight with Shakur Stevenson. And I think it would have been dope. I think it would have been a good fight, man. Devin Haney can scrap, bro. He can fight, bro. The kid got hands, bro. I know people don't like him. But I do. I think he a hell of a fighter, bro. Official everything, you know it. Shout out, I don't feel like that fight 50-50. Yeah, 40-40, I'll probably take Devin. I ain't mad at that, next gen. But I'll just say this, next gen. Shout out to my dog. That's my guy right there, man. Official everything, man. What it do, homie? Look, I'll say this, next gen. Remember, you said you think it'll be, you know, you'll lean towards dad, but listen to his own father real quick. I gotta roll the beautiful beam footage. Look, double tap the screen, hit the like button, sub to the channel if you new. We gonna keep building for a bit. Support the grind. And let me take y'all down memory lane real quick.
The first thing that I don't even know how it happened, because we thought that we was getting points. You dig what I mean? Because Core is an Olympian. Core always then got in on Devin. Nigga, are you tripping? You niggas, y'all. Nigga, the whole shit started because it was live that we're in there with Core. Not Core is getting out on us. Like, he's the big nigga. He's the big homie in the shit. It was never. We would always. Nigga, first the gap was like this. The gap got closer and always up. If you got off any with Core, it was a plus. If you just had a good day, that's how it was with him. All the way up until now, bro. That's why I told him, I said, inside the weight classes, when we moving, just like niggas is moving now, brother, if it's too hot at 30, we already ready to go to 40, bro. boxing, brother.
I keep that because I like to joke. I like to have fun with it. Like, I'm not a toxic dude. Like, I rock with Devin. But that right there, that was for his haters, bro. That was for the Shakur haters. Y'all literally baited him until that tape came out. So, look, all I'm saying is I play that to say this. His dad never wanted them to fight. I don't believe it. There's no way you sit up there and tell people or whoever you were just talking to, man, if he got off any, it was considered a good day. He called Shakur the big homie. That's crazy. Calling him the big homie is crazy. Bro, so basically what I'm saying is if you felt that way, that's your heart speaking right there. That's in your heart of hearts. You felt like it was a gap between them. Now, you said the gap got closer, but it still is a gap. You know, that's not a guy that you jumping in there to fight. And then I'll take you down memory lane.
Like me,
I'll take you down
like every other day. So, I'm not ducking or dodging nobody, but that's not somebody I'm just in a rush to get in the ring with.
Nah, hey, Michael D, I won't need 20K at dinner work. You won't even, you would just get your ass beat and I'll just go about my day, bro. You would just get your ass beat and I'll go about my day. I know this is probably the highlight of your day. Yeah, let me get in the chat and talk shit to him. Nah, I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. Trust me. I'll whoop your ass. This ain't that. You'll get your ass beat. Yeah, you would. Zoom verse, what's good with it, Brody? But look, like I said, man, I think that was real feelings about his dad. And then look, shout out to Bill Haney. Shout out to the Haneys. I support him. I got a chance to talk to him a while back, and I asked him about that. I had asked him about the fight, and he usually has some type of answer for you, some slick talk, but he ain't have it. He ain't have an answer for me. So it's unfortunate that the fight never happened. I could sit here and say all day how I think Shakur would outbox him, but Devin Haney's a phenomenal boxer as well. Those are two of the most skilled boxers in the game, I think. And it would have been a battle of the wits and the minds, right? I just think overall, Shakur got more of a tool bag than him. I think he made less mistakes. I think he fights a more mistake-free type of fight. I think Devin Haney makes the same mistakes considerably over and over. I think he runs out of answers defensively. I see Shakur beating him on points. I don't see no stoppage and nothing like that. I see it being a really good high IQ boxing match, man. Devin is a dog. You seen the sparring. That was really good work. Devin was getting his shit in too. So he a dog. I ain't sitting here trying to make it sound like there's no way in hell he could win the fight. Shakur just sharper and smarter than him. And I think his pedigree different. Think about it. That was Olympian. The shit that they shit on Core for being a silver medalist, that's the reason why he going to beat some of these dudes when they get in the ring. It's just the understanding of the game. He got time in fighting and competing at the highest level, man. That shit just make you a better guy at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? It makes you a much better guy. You know what I'm saying? We never know what the future will hold, right? Because they was already thinking about, really trying to make a fight with him. But you heard what Devin said. He already had something lined up. And they ain't talking about the 25% thing. They're not talking about that. This was way after that. So I just didn't see it happening because once I was told what weight they was thinking about it at, I was like, nah. Yeah, they won't have a choice. I'm telling you, hey, Jordan, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Just think with Devin jab, his length and footwork, he on the back foot, making Shakur try to close the distance. It'll be a long night. Shakur trying to press forward on the front foot. I get you. I get you, Next Gen. Like, this is the thing, bro. It's always a conversation with me, Next Gen. What you saying is not unreasonable. You get what I'm saying? What you saying is not crazy. Like if the fight went that way, but the problem is Devin likes to fight. He likes to fight. Despite what people say, he likes to mix it up a little bit. So, and I think pride and shit will have him fighting that fight a different way. I think he would try to fight it a different way if he was in there with Core. I do. I think he'll try to fight a different way. Said the past 2 years, I kind of wanted to see Shakur and Devin more than Shakur Tank. Because of the contrasting styles. I mean, well, the similarities in styles, both being pure boxers, right? It'll be a true chess match, and neither guy got like the fight-ending power, so you would really get to see the battle of two minds. Whereas Tank got the ability to shut your shit off, shut your faucet off, turn your faucet right off, turn your water off. Shakur got the. He said he got the power. He a pillow fish just yeah. He ain't got the power. He ain't got that power. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the power to stop him, but that'd be a fun fight if it ever could happen, man. Devin is a real one, bro. He one of the best boxers in the game. People don't like the style. I don't care. I don't mind it. I get it. His jab is his one of his best weapons. If he can get that jab consistently in your face, and then comes the right hand, and you'll start to see Devin go in his bag. He got pretty good feet as well and legs and stuff like that. But like I said, I think on defensively, he runs out of answers. He had the tendency to make the same mistakes over and over again. I think somebody like Shakur or even a Tank Davis will capitalize on that. I think he makes certain mistakes that'll get him beat. It'll be on points. I don't think he gets stopped or nothing, but he gonna get his shit off. Dude got some long arms. He can box. They've been sparring each other for years, but I think if the shoe was on the other foot and it was Devin that was getting the better of the work, like if that was Shakur's people saying what Bill was saying, I think they would want to fight. But I think because of that clip, I play that just jokingly, but I play that because I really feel like it's a lot of truth in that. I feel like he didn't realize it was being recorded and he's speaking from the heart. And you're not about to tell me you're going to put your son in a fight with a guy that you said it's a gap between that he always get out on him and sparring like that. It's crazy because of some of the shit Bill was saying in that clip is what Shakur been saying all the time about them. He said, I've been waiting for this. I've been beating him up, you know what I'm saying, for years since we was kids and some shit like that. So it'll be a good fight. It's not one-way traffic. There's not a fight I think that Devin will be in that he don't have an opportunity to win. But it's up to him and his game plan. That's what he got too much heart at times for his own good. We seen that with Ryan. That shit backfired, right? They got to come out here November 22nd with a game plan that's going to work. They can't just do anything. They can't just, you get me? You got to really put some shit together, bro. Got to put some shit together, man. I think Bill convinced Devin to never call Shakur out because he damn sure did. And he said, I ain't in a rush to fight him. And I get it because he felt like they was cool too. Bill, no dad can't work Shakur. I think so. Yeah, John, he said it. It's hard to argue that what he said on that footage right there. It's very, very hard to argue what he got on that footage right there because he telling you, if it get hot, we moving up. If it get hot, we moving up. That's crazy. Nasty work. Judah Vision, my dog. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Man, y'all double tap the screen. Hit that like button for your boy, man. I got an ill ass pain in my neck. Yeah, I feel like I got a pinched nerve or something. Feel like I got a pinched nerve. We're gonna rock out for a bit more on this Good Friday. I told you I wasn't gonna keep y'all hostage for too long, but we're gonna finish building, y'all. Hold on. You get to it. So yeah, man. On to the next, man. What I'm looking forward though is November 22nd. Brian Norman said he putting shit to sleep. Something I wanted to play for y'all too. Let me find it. Being that we still talking Devin. We still talking Devin and Billiam. What is this?
Me and Fowler talked about that.
Really?
Yeah, we talked about that.
How'd that go?
I mean, you never know. You know what I mean? It could happen, you know what I mean? But he explained something to me, the reason why he said that. You know what I mean? About, moving up and fighting. Then they changed him, talking about fighting Thurman or either Burgers, I think he said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that's a good money fight. You know what I mean? That's what we want.
So something that can happen, potentially.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen probably down the line. But once we clean the 147 down, we going up to 154.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like a pain. It's like right here. It ain't in my leg. It's like right here. It's like I think it's, what is it? What is it? It's from streaming or sitting in the chair or something like that. Yeah. Shit, we got about over 20 hours this week. Man, hold on. It's Friday, ain't it? I'm tripping. Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah. We started the week, y'all, with an 8-hour stream. We started the week with an 8-hour stream, y'all. I'm getting tired. Break it down. Your boy about to conk out, but nah, let me get back to this. So, oh, hold on. I'm just seeing something come across my joint. And Vix might get it out. I got some. I need something though, Vix, but nah, I probably need like some. What's that stuff? I see how now I don't be liking that hot cold shit. That should be stupid. But I need something like that though. But yeah, I just don't think when you sit down and you weigh your options, bro. I don't think when you just look at who you fought, the size of a lot of these guys, most of these guys, and then you look at Boots Ennis, is that really a fight that you need? Like people are not demanding that you fight a guy like that, so why even do it? So I just think I just didn't see that fight happen. But credit to Devin Haney because it was said that this dude was willing to fight. That's one thing I gotta give him credit for. I don't know what's up with bro be on that 704 Joe, my guy. What's good with it? I gotta give Devin a shit ton of credit, bro, because he got cheated by Ryan. He got dragged through the media. He probably questioned everything, his boxing career, his trainers, his dad, himself. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to fight Ramirez and I'm going to fight Ryan again until Ryan blew the bag. But you got to respect that. Think about it. He was about to get back in there with a dude that was on Ostarina last time he shared the ring with him. He would have been jittery. Woo, woo. He would have been jittery. He would have been jittery as hell in the ring. If he would have fought, if they would have did that rematch as planned, man, he would have been in some bad shape, y'all. He would have been in some bad shape, bro. I just don't think he would have been fully recovered. And I still don't. That's why I think Brian Norman fight is dangerous. That's why I got a lot of respect for Devin. I don't think he had a ton of options in terms of places where he can go to make fights, but damn sure still ain't have to fight Brian Norman, and he doing it. And I got a lot of respect for that. And the fact that he was willing to fight Tio, he was contemplating trying to work out a fight with Shakur. I got to give it to him. Those are world-class guys, man, that he's trying to fight. And low-key, we could have been seeing Tio and Devin instead of Devin and Brian Norman, but Tio ain't want nothing to do with him. Ain't want nothing to do with him, bro. Tio ain't want shit to do with him. So once Dad feel Norman Power, we gonna fold. I don't know if I slept wrong. Now it only, believe it or not, y'all, it's only when I be sitting in here. So I think it's the hours, man. The hours catching up to me. I think the hours, man. We had a long week, man. We started the week off on Monday with 8 hours. I don't know what the hell we be doing. But yeah, back to this. I think the power will keep him honest. I think it might spook him. It might spook him. I think the fact that he likes to fight and he in a situation where he kind of got to fight, you can't have another Tom and Jerry fight. You can't have another fight where you dancing around the ring, man. Turkey gonna be sitting ringside with that stare. He gonna have them glasses on. He gonna be looking at Dev like this, bro. He gonna see you doing. I'm telling you, Turkey gonna get up, go ringside, bro, and be like, man, what the hell you got going on, G? You hear me? Man, hit that like button, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Shout out to my homie, man, my guy, official everything, man. Put his color in the chat, my dog. Appreciate that. The love. Shout out to you, man. Said my dog just working. I like to see it, bro, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to the real ones that's rocking with your boy. Yeah, we putting this work in, bro. We got hella hours of streaming this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you appreciate hey, official everything. Appreciate the the love, because we gotta keep up. We buying, we buying attention, they say. The internet is a crazy place. It's not a real place, man. Oh, much love to
and we ain't never got a box
man.
again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your Just
Shout out to the homie, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna put that work in. I'm trying to see if I should call the fights tomorrow. I'm thinking about it though. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. My bad. People say, and then the internet is crazy. A crazy place. Stockbroker in the cubicle. I'm telling you, gotta put this work in, man. The internet is a crazy place, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These people don't hear what they want. They be like, oh my God. But yeah, man, let's get back to it though. Where was we at, man? So yeah, Devin, I respect him, bro. He about that smoke. If it ain't nothing else, even if you feel like he's kind of forced to have to fight these guys now, because I think the opportunities are different, bro. You for the money that he's looking for, he gonna have to take chances. And that's why I told people that's what makes a guy like Tank Davis rare. He can fight who he wants, still make money. But for the average fighter, they got to go through the ringer. They got to go fight the King Kongs and the Godzillas of the world to get that money. So in order for him to get the bread that he's looking for, he had to go take a dangerous fight. And that shit could go terribly wrong for him, bro. I'm telling you, that shit could go bad for him with the wrong kind of game plan, man. Brian Norman is a different kind of beast, man. And I think he catching him at a time where his momentum is constantly growing, is building as a fighter, right? He seemed like he really wants smoke. Get what I'm saying? And shout out to YSM. I'm going to play this little clip from Bill because, you know, it wouldn't be right if we ain't let Bill talk. You know what I mean? Bill, this short clip from Bill.
I also wanted to give some emphasis on you and Brian Norman Sr. have been going back and forth about just certain different things. It appears that the testing issue is resolved. Is that resolved? I wanted to hear.
Yes, absolutely. They're testing, and that's the best thing that could happen. Is that we exemplify greatness and in both families, black excellence coming together and fighting fair on a level playing field. Not that, you know, there's no that black excellence is the only excellence, but that's the only one that we can exemplify when you talk about the Normans and the Haneys getting together. You know what I mean? And not arguing about it. Let's be about it. The guys are testing. They're in about 365. You know, so let's have an amazing build up to this fight, and let's settle it once and for all in the ring, in reality.
Bill, funny dude.
Okay, so Bill, let me ask you this: is there?
And he got jokes. Bill be cracking on people and
everything. Say whoever wins.
I don't want to think about the hypothetical. I want to think about Devin going in there and dominating and controlling every moment of the fight. Let's think about that. Let's imagine that. Let's have them think about that. Who have they ever been in there that's like Devin Haney? So let them think about that, work on that, and we're going to be Devin Haney, and we're going to shut his ass down.
All right.
Not with him walking off. Not with that walk off. Not with the walk-off, Bill with the walk-off. But shout out to him. But look, they sound confident, man. They like, bro, we shutting young B Norman down. You're going to have your work cut out for you. That shit going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Zab Judah was talking about this as well, man. So he said, Bill be talking to Coles like Tank. I swear he do, don't he? Don't he? Let's hear what the Godfather Zab Judah had to say, man. He spoke about this as well. Because he's the one that's confident. He's saying, bro, they going to take it to B Norman. He said they ain't running from him. He said they standing in the pocket, bro. All this wild shit, man. Don't stand in the pocket with that damn demon.
Hey, Senior was just saying that the best version of Devin Haney is the jab, run, and hug that he did versus Cambosos.
I mean, listen, man. You know, like I said, this will probably be the only time you hear me and Brian Norman Senior go at it. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there. I like it.
It's all fun. It's all fun.
But you know what I'm saying? We can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with that. You know, Devin ain't doing no running. Devin coming to put on a boxing exhibition. You know, this is a blowout. It's gonna be a blowout.
What do my God?
We respect the Normans. We respect the Normans, but you know how it is, y'all. When you go into war, you can't have no respect in war. How the fuck you gonna have respect in war? I'm coming to take. We coming to take. We can't have no kind of respect.
This is the mindset that's needed all over fucking boxing today, man.
Yeah, you gotta take the shit, man. All that trying to steal it. No more stealing. We taking shit back. We taking it back. We taking it. Word.
Say Jab. So you think his mind?
Okay, Jab.
Because that was my thought process. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we athletes, bro. Like, he ain't look like he was in it in New York. Like in New York, it looked like he was still kind of like, man, I ain't trying to get hit with nothing.
What's that?
You know, like, do you think we gonna see that, or do you think we gonna see, like you said, we coming to take shit?
We coming to take shit. You know what I'm saying? I like to leave old shit where old shit is at. You know what I'm saying? It's a new day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about the past. You know what I'm saying? We can't change that. But what we can change is that future. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward, I'm going to let you know Haney is back, baby. In a major way.
I think Zab's medicine is gonna work for the first few rounds until Haney gets reset by a nasty punch, and then that's when it's all on him. Am I gonna overcome it or not?
Well, that's preparation. See, now it goes down to the dog that's in him to show y'all that he is the dog. I mean, listen, if people not understanding, we fought a Ryan Garcia on 100% of something else. And look, we went 12 rounds.
100% of something else.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, they don't know what it is, so I'm gonna call it something else. You know what I'm saying? And look, we went, you know what I'm saying? We weathered the storm. So all that about he ain't got no chin and he
100%.
come on, guys. The guy, he weathered the whole storm. The whole fucking storm.
Right,
you know?
For sure.
And the storm, I never see nobody walk through a storm straight. You gonna sway because the wind blowing, you gonna fall, you gonna rock. You know, it's the storm. But you
Yeah, well, he didn't swerve the storm, bro. He was taking it to the chin with the left hook every time.
But I'm saying he still had his raincoat on. He still made it through the whole night. He made it through the night.
That raincoat was full of holes, man. He was getting wet.
He didn't drown in the water. That's
No, he didn't drown. He didn't get put to sleep. We give him that.
He made it out. He made it out. That's my guy. This is a dog. This fight we're gonna show the world who we are.
I like that Atlanta mindset that Brian Norman bring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like and I'm gonna be honest, dog, when he did the little jump rope when he was jumping to the side, looked like he was damn Irish or some shit. To me, that's why I was like, all right, okay, I'm gonna get an edge.
I saw the same thing, bro. I saw the same thing. I saw something special. You saw something special. There's a different athletic special there that I never seen before.
So here's what I got from that. And why I respect him is it was a notion out there that he didn't have good feet, that he didn't have no feet.
Exactly.
Now, when you showing that work right there, you showing that I'm improving what the people or the critics say that I don't have, and he's improving it. So I mean, listen, his feet were looked good in that jump rope. You know what I mean? So I give.
Man, oh my bad, y'all. Gotta love it, yo. You gotta love Zab. He had Zab thinking for a second. Zab was like, "Hold on, man." But that's how it's supposed to be. Good dialogue, man. This shit ain't supposed to be toxic. So just so let me play the other side. B. Norman has some shit to say. Shout out to Brian Norman, both of them, senior and junior. I rock with them both, man. Say, oh man, legend in the building. Daniel B. What it do, man? You talking about Zab? Zab Super Judah? Yeah, man. Hold on, I got one more clip for you.
Here's my bet with you, Mills. After Devin beats Brian Norman Jr., you are to put on the Devin's pom-poms. That's it. You are now there. There will be no more. There will be no more Devin Haney talk. Okay. If you don't have anything to say nice about Devin, you be quiet. You never open your mouth ever.
What are we talking about here?
Before champ. Mill City Live, all three, you're never allowed. This is the gag order. This is Devin Haney's gag order. If Devin beats him, that's it. It's over. No more talk. No more instigation talk. You can't even instigate. You cannot condone Devin Haney hate on your channel ever no more. It's over. It's over.
Some people call it hate. Some people call it brutal, straight, blunt.
I love
and
his loyalty.
that's how we like it out here, man. That's just what it is.
Well, we got to bet. That's it. No more. Devin beats him. No more. That's it. The slander goes away.
Devin beats Brian Norman Jr. What you want me to? You want me to be? You want me to be like every other channel and just?
Yeah. Like, breaking news: Devin Haney just bought a pair of new sneakers. I want that kind of news. I want that kind of news. I want that.
That is nasty.
I ain't gonna lie, Zach. From one smoker to the next, man. That man was ski. Zab looked like he was in the back room, y'all, get the tear, blowing it down. Like he laughing too much. Bro, Zab laughing at himself at this point, bro. Man, shout out to Zab Judah. I seen a video of him hitting the bag again with the gloves on. He looked good, bro. He just like when you lose in boxing, people just act like you not the guy. Now he's the guy. He was one of them guys, bro. Absolute fucking beast, bro. Different kind of guy. Haney winning also barring his mind. Is it back on point? Yeah, stressed out boxing, bro. His mental got to be 100% there. Physically, he got to be operating at max capacity, man. Like, he got to be on point because he going to have to pick his poison. He going to have to be really smart. You can't, like, think about it. Your jab, like, they talking about using a stick. Brian Norman got a jab, too. So I want to see how that jab battle play out with a guy that got a slightly longer reach than you, right? But heavier hands and everything he do. They say Brian Norman is naturally heavy-handed, bro. Like, he don't got to load up and none of that weird shit. He punching like that for real. So you just want to be mindful. Whenever you got a guy out there like that, you got to be careful, bro. You'll get your ass kicked and handed to you. You get me? You'll get your ass beaten, handed to you, man. His mind got to be right, but his game plan got to be together, right? That's the only thing that concern me is the game plan. Hold on, let me plug my mic. It's the game plan. Like, I'm hearing, like, standing in the hearing, I'm hearing, we gonna press him. Nah, man, you box him. I'm gonna say it again. Box him. If all that, we gonna press him shit. You're going to press yourself right into a nap. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm dead serious. I think this is going to be one of the most dangerous fights that he could have took. That's why I respect him. Tip my hat to that man. Win, lose, or draw, Dave, you got my respect, bro. You hear me? Got my respect and support, but I definitely think Brian Norman going to win this shit by a late stoppage, possibly. And if not, if he end up having to beat you on points or something, probably going to put you down once or twice or something. I'm telling you. Or neutralize the hell out you to the point where you're not being yourself. You get what I'm saying? I don't think you could. You step. All right, we're gonna see, man. Man, what's somebody? Who is it? Who out there got it? Was it somebody in here that said they had dead by knockout? Man, I'm trying to remember who the hell said it. Somebody said the more they think about it, they starting to feel like they got dead by knockout. I don't know about that. I don't know. You know damn well you're not gonna press him. Nah, man, he better not in the ring. Official, like, bro, press him weird. I mean, look, you're gonna have to stand your ground to a degree for sure, but pressing him might not be the I don't know. I don't know, because maybe he might not expect it. So I don't know. Ryan not on Norman level. I don't think so neither, Jordan. I think he's more of what I think he's more of what they wish Ryan was, right? Dedicated, focused. Like, think about it. They told was it Broly? It was somebody on the panel though, Reef. Somebody who was I just listening to that said the more they think about it, they got dead by stoppage, by knockout. He said they hope it asking for Devin to knock out. I'm just like, bro, for that, you think you must hit him with a shot that he not gonna see or a knockout? You think he punches so much harder at 47? I mean, they fought at a catch weight in his last fight, but technically that was 47. I don't see him being so much stronger or punching so much harder. And I don't give a damn how much stronger and harder he punching. He's not going to be stronger and punching harder than Brian Norman. So that shit ain't even going to matter. Man, you better box him. You better use your God-given gifts, bro. Better box him. You go in there on that bravado shit, you might go meet your maker, bro. I'm telling you, don't go playing with that dude. I'm telling you. And Brian Norman been battle tested. I ain't never gonna get tired of talking about this fight all the way until it happened, bro. Because you hear all these little different things. You hear Bill, we pressing him. We gonna use that stick. You hear Zab said we ain't running. We ain't running. All right, don't run into no damn shot neither. You run, and then this is the crazy part, y'all. This is the part that I don't know if this is registered yet with them. They keep talking about the left hand that he hits Sasaki with. He not even left-handed. Yo, he not even left-handed, bro. So you gonna go out there and your Achilles heel and one of your issues is your left hand. You gonna be thinking about that. And Brian Norman got the right hand, and he got a heavy ass jack. I just want to see how this gonna play out. I don't want to make it seem like it's one-way traffic. It's no way Devin can compete. It's not that, but he can box his ass off. But this is my problem. They're not talking like they come in the box. They talking like they come in a fight. The last time we seen them put together a game plan where they went out there to fight, what happened? It was getting their asses punched all over the ring, bro. Ryan Garcia painted a Picasso on Devin, even though he cheated, you know. Shout out to the Queen Shower. Yeah, he got a whole beard. You know what I'm saying? A whole beard, man. Yeah, he do. That's what I'm saying. I don't knock out. You say, was it Art, man? I don't think it was Art. Shout out to Art, man. Was it? I gotta hit my hot guy. Was it YSM? Why I don't want to put that on YSM. Was it YSM? Damn, I wish he was popping to pop through here. Shout out to the homie YSM, but somebody, I definitely was listening in. Somebody said the more I think I got dead by stoppage. I'm like, damn, man. But look, while we playing it, let's hear what Norman Sr. had to say. Shout out to everybody in the building. Double tap their screen and let's.
As a coach, it's like me taking. It's like me knowing my race car. That's why I tell B. It's like me knowing my race car. So me having put my race car against all these other race cars, right? So I put my against elite. So it's like a Formula One car against a lower tier car, because that tier car was on a whole nother lower level. You feel what I'm saying? As far as weight and whatever the case may be. Like we're talking 1,000 horsepower against 600 horsepower. So on this track with this 600 horsepower doing what he doing, this 1,000 out here finna blow you out the box. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we doing here. That's how I look at it. Like he's literally a lightweight.
Not Mortal Kombat.
Literally a lightweight. By definition, a lightweight is 135 pounds.
What it do, man?
So you know how people make the joke and they make a joke about it. You're a lightweight. No, he's literally a lightweight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he light ass, he a lightweight. He in there with a guy that's known to hurt people. He's been in there with some of the best outside of the gym. He's been in there with some of the best inside of the ring. I mean, he does what he does, and
you a fool, man.
Ain't nothing he can do about it.
Right.
I like talking to Senior, man. He mean what he say.
So you're saying that there's certain fights Devin can fight at welterweight, but you really feel like he would have to, besides the elite level, he's going to have to be fighting at 140 pounds after this fight, and besides Ryan Garcia fight, because they probably don't want to make the weight. It's not a belt on the line. So
I mean, I also think I was watching the Regis situation last night. I think that was a big time cherry pick. Regis was a cherry pick. They went and watched, like you said, Bill Haney is a great matchmaker. He's great at what he does. I've never denied that. You know what I'm saying? He's great at making his son look like a killer. You know what I'm saying? Telling his son, giving him affirmations every day. You're a killer, you're a killer, you're a killer, to where his son believes he's a killer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you are a killer. You know what I mean? But I know for a fact, because I'm watching, I also watch, and I've said this before, I also watch Brian Norman Jr. looking at how to beat him. That's my job too. How would I beat Brian Norman Jr.? How would I beat my fighter? What would I do? I know exactly. I know exactly what people think he's going to do, Devin Haney, but he's not. And he's not known to run. I know what Devin Haney's going to do, and it ain't going to work. And that's how I know he's going to get beat on and he's going to get beat up. I know what he's going to do. And it's all thing you in the ring, you can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you cannot hide. Devin Haney going to try to hide in the ring. Pay attention. Devin Haney going to try to hide in the ring, but it ain't going to be nowhere to hide. We ready for that. It ain't gonna be no way to hide. Gonna be tough. Too smart. And Bill hear me. Bill hear me. Devin hear me. They hear me talking. They know when I call, I can tell you what the plan was in every last fight they fought. I can tell you what the plan was in every single fight they fought. You feel what I'm saying? Against every single person. You know what I mean? I can tell you the plan. I'm looking like, oh, that, like I said, that's why I gave him so much props for Regis, because as it started, like round 3, I was like, damn, I see exactly what he doing. He made this shit easy, and I knew it was gonna be that way the whole night because it was clear what Regis could not do.
So you feel like Devin Haney is actually limited?
Do I think he's limited?
I mean, that's what I feel like I'm getting at. That you feel like you've seen every game plan. What do you mean? Like, do you feel like those game plans, your son can beat those game plans? Like,
no, I wasn't saying he's limited as a fighter. I was saying I'm looking at what he's doing, and I know what he's doing to beat these people. I see the plan. I see the play of what he's doing. And I'm telling you, out of every single fight I've seen, I found the best Devin Haney. The best Devin Haney fought George Kambosos. Let me put that out there. The best Devin Haney fought George Kambosos. That was the best Devin Haney. All right. So whatever you find out of the George Kambosos fight, that was really the best Devin Haney. I thought the best Devin Haney fought Regis. Nah, Regis was just a tailor-made opponent at the time. But the best Devin Haney fought, what's his name? Not to mention, that's literally his only undefeated fight in 6 years. 5 years, 6 years.
Plan A or bust.
So you don't believe that the best Devin Haney is the Lomachenko fight?
Nah. He got beat that fight. So he got beat that fight in some people's eyes.
But that's like don't you think that's like the biggest? Well, you're right. Well, what about Linares? Even though he got clipped.
Linares had like 5 losses, 8 losses. No.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be interesting, Shaba, because
when you take people like that, the blueprint is already out there on how to beat these people. Everybody had a loss except Kambosos. Everybody had a loss but Kambosos. Lomachenko had 2 losses. Linares had Linares had 5 at the time, or maybe 8. Jojo had 1, but that's way back at 135, and he had Jojo by 8 inches. The reach advantage was like 7, 8 inches. It was crazy. And Jojo still had a little bit of success. You know what I'm saying? So again, people see what they see, and they do what they do, or whatever else. But I know what I know. And I'm glad I'm confident in my abilities and what I know, and I'm glad I don't allow the outside people who never stepped in the ring. All they do is watch boxing and tell you what they've seen and tell you their bragging rights is how long they've been watching boxing. I've been watching boxing since the 70s, since the 60s. Congratulations.
Yeah, tell them, OG, that's what they do.
So I'm glad I actually know boxing. I know the game of boxing. I know what it's about. And I trust my own judgment. And my judgment ain't led me wrong yet when it comes to Brian Norman Jr.
I love the confidence. Do you feel like at the end of the day, the Brian Norman that we've gotten to see on TV, do you feel like that TV can beat Devin? Brian Norman needs to be the best he's ever been to beat a Devin Haney.
I don't think he need the best he ever been. Nah, I didn't see. I haven't seen the version of the version of Brian Norman Jr. that can't beat Devin Haney or wouldn't beat Devin Haney is the one that fought Quentin Rounder that smothered himself. Cause that's right up Devin Haney alley. That's the one that won't beat Devin Haney. Any other Brian Norman I seen, even the one with Boca Chica just caught him. Any other form of Brian Norman Jr. I seen in the ring, I think it'd beat Devin Haney. Devin Haney don't put out a high. Devin Haney don't put out a high output of punches. People looking at the flash, not at what they're looking at. He ain't a high output kind of guy.
Shout out to everybody. Oh, my bad, y'all. I've been trying to multitask. Tell them there's some people that do that in the chat. Security guard really sealed their fate and don't even know. I'm telling you, they think it's funny. Y'all grab, man, look. Let me tell y'all, like, bro, I'm glad you brought that up. Let me tell y'all how I interpreted that. When I seen that situation with the security guard and the Normans, and I seen how people was getting online talking about it, I could tell by how people was talking about the situation that they never really been in nothing physical. Ripping somebody's shirt is like, that's what happened when somebody, it's like whole shit. Like, I don't nobody care you ripped the shirt. I don't care if you had the shirt over his head and all that shit. Did y'all see Brian Norman Jr. smiling the whole time. I said, oh, nah, bro ain't got it all. He ain't even mad. He don't even have the presence of mind to be pissed off. He's smiling at these dudes, and then he hip tossed the damn security. Bro, man, tell him, man, hey, the security, what his name is? Tank done sealed y'all fate, bro. His name Tank. Yeah, Tank done sealed y'all fate, y'all. Superman, what it do? Now, I'm not even going to lie. Hey, yo, next gen, that's what people do. Get into a situation with a little softy. Next thing you know, your shirt ripped. Dude grabbing your shirt like, bro, almost flipped his big goofy ass. Security would have been fired. Him and that damn flannel. I'd have told him to take that shit back to Debo too. Thinking you Debo because you got a flannel. Brian Norman said, oh, yeah. y'all wasn't even looking at the right shit. Y'all looking at the shirt being over his head. Bro called himself Cornholio. He won. He found a joke. He called himself Cornholio. It's over, bro. It's over. And then he said, you know not to touch the black man t-shirt. Brian Norman gonna make y'all pay for that t-shirt. Look what he said. Look what he said, bro. Y'all think it's a game. B. Norman not playing with y'all. Look.
And this timeline, Haney's get slipped. I mean, he got to go to sleep every night, so he might as well go to sleep that night. But it's about that time I seen him up out the game.
Nah, bro. He said he go to sleep every night, so he might as well go to sleep that night. That's diabolical. Bro got on demon time. B. Norman, and he's slick with it. Don't let him. Don't get knocked down, Devin. He stand over the body, bro. You ain't see what he did to Santion? Don't go down, yo. He might stand over the. If he stand over the body, it's so.
And this timeline, Haney's get slipped. I mean, he got to go to sleep every night, so he might as well go to sleep that night. But it's about that time I seen him up out the game, cause dude a little weirdo. I don't like what he got going on. Make sure you make Bill throw in the towel. That's the goal. I don't want a little KO. I want the boy to quit. I want to take that boy's soul.
He said that's the plan. I don't want no little KO. I'm trying to take his soul. Yo, the security. We might need security. Yo, the security is gonna be the reason y'all get y'all asses tossed up, bro. I'm telling you. My bad, y'all. Been getting texted the whole damn whole live stream. My apologies, family. Opulent, is that my guy? Blessings to my bro, man. How you feeling, my guy? Always good to see a real one in the building. How you feeling, man? Driving safe travels on that road, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up while you're in that whip, you know what I mean? Getting you right, probably cruising, stunting, probably nice where you at, Opulent. You know, probably enjoying the weather. It's silly over here in Jersey. Wind blowing all hard. It's cold outside. It's getting weird out. Shout out to my dog though, man. But hit that like button. But look, security low key. Yeah, like bro said, seal they fate, bro. Y'all grab that man white tee. He about to do some things to you. John Wick said, taking one. Talking one fights, B. Norman will win. I'm putting my money on Haney. John Wick, I ain't mad. But who Brian Norman Jr. don't even talk that. He good. He good. See, when you good with it, when you quick with it, when you got a mouthpiece, you should talk. When you don't, you let your dad talk like Haney, and I ain't tripping, right? Haney ain't big on talking. He ain't big. He ain't a big. He talk. Nah, he do talk though. He talk. He talk. Your bro said, "Who is Boots?" Talking about fighting them little ass dudes. Boots and punch your whole resume out the ring, bro. And we're off the chain when B does talk. Yeah, I love it. He witty as hell, Shower. He is. Yoda. Nah, Boots versus Brandon Adams the fight to watch. Brandon Adams is a good fighter. Yoda, he's a good fight. But nah, Lima is the fight to watch. Y'all bugging. Y'all better put some respect on Lima Beans. Huh? Better put some respect on Lima Beans. What Boots say? Oh shit! I thought I clicked it. I'm turning there like I played something. What Boots tried to tell y'all? He told him he talking.
Do you think he truly believes that he can win on Saturday?
I'm glad that he think he's confident. I like it. I like the confidence, but he talking too much. You know, he gonna get exactly what he gonna look what he looking for. You know, it's gonna be an early night, and I'm gonna have some fun, and we're gonna show out. You know, I'm not playing. I'm not here to play games.
That's the difference between this kind of fight. You know he's going to be right there for you.
For sure. I know what he brings to the table. You know, like I said, wherever he bring, I'm gonna be ready. Saturday night, he gonna be like, yo, he a lot faster than I thought, a lot stronger than what I thought, a lot slicker. Like, it's levels.
Belt
Yeah,
to
he know
ass,
that.
boots
He know
tomorrow.
that.
Yeah, that's
but
what we about to see.
we gonna
Belt
see.
to ass.
He says he believes he has the power to knock you out. You expect your power. We saw it at 47. Is it even different at 54?
Make sure y'all come out Saturday night. Don't miss this spectacular knockout.
You win this fight inside the distance?
I win this fight however I want to do it. I'm not here to play. I'm telling you now, I'm not here to play.
Hey, yo, was it me or did Boots seem a little agitated with them last couples? I ain't here to play. See? Don't give him no bulletin board material. He felt like Lima been talking too much, bro. He said, I'm not here to play. Said, bro, tune in Saturday and I'm going to win this fight however I want to win it. Love it. Boots, belt to ass Boots, and one mixtape Boots. What else? Philly cheesesteak Boots. He beating your ass. Just know that. Picasso painting Boots. Telling you. He was agitated. Wasn't he, Shaw? He was like, just tune in Saturday night. Said I win this fight however I want to win it. Boots crazy. Man. However I want, because Stream Beans ain't ready. Yeah, Superman. He about to beat Stream Beans and Lima Beans down his leg, bro. Shit's gonna be a bad night in the office for Buddy. That shit ain't gonna go good. And then when Boots and Boots, when you done, do this on.
You gotta fuck it. That's my celebration though.
Hey. I'm happy to keep that, honestly.
Bro, wild as hell. Yeah, I need to see Boots hit this after he stopped.
You gotta fuck it. That's my celebration though.
Hey. I'm happy to keep that, honestly.
But somebody still gotta let me know. Hey, Philly, what's that little shimmy? Where my bro Dean at? What's that? He probably know. What's that little shimmy that Boots just did right there? What they call that?
You gotta fuck it. That's my celebration though.
Hey. I'm happy to keep that, honestly.
Oh man, Boots a fool, bro. Boots is a fool, bro. And seeing that he did the shimmy. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is, bro. Like you see more personality, it be little stuff, and you'll like it. So I say, give me more Boots personality, man. This dude, he could fight his ass off. Like I definitely want to see the personality, bro. He's a funny dude, man. Yo, is it me? I gotta say this real quick. Is it me, yo? Do y'all ever just like want to turn your phone off so you can't even see a notification, bro? Like you just want to turn it off, man. Power it down. God damn it. Anyway, let's get back to it. Yeah, he did the shimmy on him, bro. Boots said, yeah, that's my celebration dance. Love the personality, bro. We asked these dudes to be perfect on fight night, and they can't even show us no personality. Nah, I love it, Boots. Keep doing your thing, Boots. Keep having fun with this shit, man. Keep having fun. Yeah, it makes them personable, right? And relatable, too. You get what I'm saying? You got Eddie Hearn said, man, if you think any of these dudes beating Boots, you don't know shit about
And I don't mean it disrespectfully when I say they just don't beat Jaron Ennis. In fact, that style is absolutely tailor-made for Boots. Just to make it clear on Vergil Ortiz. We sat in a room, me, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, and the top DAZN execs in America. We talked about how a deal would work with those two fighters, and we agreed on a deal. We went away, we signed a new deal with Boots. Part of that deal within the contract was the deal that we agreed with Golden Boy and DAZN to fight Vergil Ortiz. Boots signed it. Now, we didn't hear anything back. We told them we're going to fight in October. They said they're going to fight in November, and we haven't heard anything back. On Tuesday, Eric Gomez called me and he said, look, I just wanted to let you know we're fighting Lubin. After that, we want to get the Boots fight made. I said, well, we're in. I don't, you know. So I take their word for it, and I truly believe Oscar De La Hoya wants to make great fights. But that fight is done on our side, on all the terms that we agreed with Golden Boy. That fight for me, although it doesn't carry an official world championship, which is what we want at 54, is one of the best fights in boxing.
Yeah, and there you go, man. Yeah, but I agree, man. I think their fan bases will grow and appreciate them for showing more of themselves. You know what I'm saying? More of a personality. Who is this?
With Jack Catterall, you know, his manager Sam Jones, and they're just like, they've been watching him spar, and Sam's just been messaging me going, I've never seen anything like this. I've been in training camp with Canelo Alvarez, you know, all these top fighters, Mayweather.
He laying on
this guy is unbelievable. I said, I told you. Like, if you think that Vergil Ortiz will beat Jaron Ennis, then you don't know shit about boxing.
Andy, that was my next question.
If you think that Murtsalayev beats Jaron Ennis, you don't know shit about boxing. If you think Sebastian Fundora beats Jaron Boots Ennis, you don't know shit about boxing. The only fighter between 154 pounds and 168 pounds that I can't categorically sit here and tell you Jaron beats is Terence Crawford. And I still think he beats him, but I can't, you know, I'm so sure that he beats all those other guys. We just got to get the fights, you know.
Man, that's crazy. That is crazy right there. That is crazy. See? That's what they do, man. You lay it on thick. He said, man, you don't know shit about boxing. You think any of these guys got a chance at beating Boots, bro? These dudes ain't beating Boots at all. Damn, and I used to go Black Mama's cool. Yeah, it took him a little second. You don't know about boxing. It took him a little sec. But yeah, man, look. I know he's saying that because he talking like a promoter. He talking like a promoter with that you don't know boxing over a boxing pick. Nah, man, it's people that think Vergil Ortiz is gonna be able to stop Boots. It's people that think that. It's people that genuinely think Vergil Ortiz is gonna stop Boots when they fight. There's people that think Murtsalayev would beat him. There's people that think Sebastian Fundora will have a chance to beat him. But look, Boots gonna beat all their asses. He just not Bud because they ain't gonna fight. Bud is a whole other thing. Like, but those other guys, yeah, nah, I don't think so either, John Wick. Shout out to my homie, son of God. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Always good to see my guy. Thank Adams, Vergil up. Brandon, hey, Shawa, he tricky. Can he fight? Brandon Adams could fight. He really could fight. Dude could fight. Dude really can fight. Shout out to Brandon Adams, man. Dude really could fight. Dude really can fight, man. And shout out to him for beating what's the name up a second time. He beat up what's his name? He beat what's the name up? Boachuk again. He stopped him the first time. He probably took the rematch thinking it was a fluke, and he beat him up. I like the way he fights, Shawa. I like the way he responds to what's in front of him. Like, he answers the call. Like, he not a guy. You're not gonna just sit there and do what you want to Brandon Adams. And when I learned that, I been knew who he was. Been knew who Brandon Adams was. But didn't Charlo fight Brandon Adams? Jamal? And he ain't have his way the same way he be doing everybody else. Brandon Adams is a little, like, he difficult. He can fight, man. He understands boxing, right? He know how to fight. Not a crazy big name, but he can fight. And I'll watch him any day of the week. Shout out to Brandon Adams, man, for going out there and beating up a Boachuk, the guy. And he beat Boachuk. He beat him like differently than Vergil Ortiz. This is why I don't got people beating Boots, man. I think Boots got too much of a bag. Like, he getting his bag, yo, that shit gonna be crazy. He getting his bag, should be crazy, man. And do it, Adams. Yeah, man. Nah, you ain't got pause over here, Superman. You all good. I ain't from the pause community. Yeah, dig. I ain't even from the pause community, Chief. But yeah, man. Yeah, he was out there working, bro. For sure. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yo, there, man. Them dudes. Zab related to Haney. Yeah. Shout out to Mercedes Morrison. Yeah, that's his godson. I love Zab, man. Zab, one of the best fighters in the game, man. He a legend of the sport, man. You know what I mean? One of the top guys in this good old sport. Why is Clarissa Shields punching people in the stomach? Love it. OP, my dog, man. What's good with you, man? What's good with you? Wrapping up on this Good Friday, man. We had a long ass week, y'all. We had a long, good week of boxing talk, man. I appreciate everybody that tapped in, sub to the channel, all that good stuff. Before we go, we're gonna get to something else. Just give me a second, y'all. Phil won't save him. I'm going to the abyss when Norman touches that jaw. Shit gonna be really hard for him to navigate that fight without being hit, because he got to essentially swim without getting wet. He got to swim without getting wet, and that's not gonna be easy to do. It's gonna be really hard to do. It's gonna be hard for him to swim without getting wet. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be really, really hard. Really, with Boots playing too much, I want to see Boots come out in the kill mode and step. You know what, John Wick? And I get what you're saying, John. I understand completely what you're saying. You know what? I think Boots does that, though. I think that's his personality, right? Shout out to Autism Boy. I think what we call like playing, I think that's him getting in his bag, right? Because notice, right? I've been speaking on this a lot. Boots is one of the few fighters that'll tell you, like, when they ask him, like, what could we expect? He'll start talking about the fight, but then he always say, you know, I'm just going to go out there and have fun. And he do that. I think what you call him playing is his version of having fun. And think about it. How many people do you know, or that you can tell when you watching them, that you could clearly see they having fun while they you get what I'm saying? While they fighting. Like, think about it. He fighting Roman Villa, a guy that took Rashidi Ellis to hell and back, right? And they took it from Rashid. I still felt like Rashid should have got the win. But look what he did to him. He put himself in the matrix, slow motion, slipped a punch, countered him, and just was beating his ass. Yo, he was dribbling, like doing like and one mixtape dribble moves with Stan Jonas. So I think that's his personality, bro. Like, I want to see him keep doing it, because I think that's who he is. As long as you being yourself in the ring, I can respect it. I can rock with it. So I think that's just what it is. Know what I mean? Right. You feel me, Shy? Well, I'm telling you, I just think that's the personality, bro. He getting it back and he really had fun. That's rare. Think about it. Boxing is dangerous. They tell you you can't play boxing. So how do you even have fun when somebody trying to knock your head off? Get what I'm saying? Boots a special kind of guy, bro. The mentality, he be in there styling on you too. Damn, bro, that shit, he was in there playing with Stan Jonas, bro. Doing and one dribble moves on this dude. I was like, bro, yeah, you definitely got to be careful as you ramp up the competition and you fight guys that are, you know, deemed on your level. But I think Boots gonna always do that, because I think that's just who he is. Not bad. Yeah, you definitely want you as you step it up, the more dangerous the opponent, the more aware you want to be of said danger, right? You don't just want to be silly in there and putting yourself in harm's way. But I don't think he do it. I think that's just he's able to do that stuff naturally, because that's just who he is as a fighter, bro. That's just who he is as a fighter. Boots said he coming to hurt some shit, man. Let me get this out of here, man. But shout out to Eddie Hearn, man, for rocking with his guy, man. He said Boots is beating all these guys except for Crawford, and I still think he beats Crawford. You know, it is what it is. Hold on, I got something to play. So, moving along, man. I've seen somebody sent me this clip. My bad. My bad, y'all. All day. I'll make it up tomorrow, man. I've been like a little distracted, getting all types of texts. Maybe he's too quick. Shout out to my dog Zay and Teray, about to beat the underdog out of Antonio Dunn, man. Talk to him, man. Kick ass, man. Weigh-ins on as we speak. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the Professor Ant McQueen, man. You dig? Shout out to him, man. Shout out to my dogs. Yeah, Boots look ready to go. Yeah, y'all got to kill that weight drain shit, though, man, because he don't look weight drained to me. Boots don't look weight drained. He look like he about to drain the color out of dude face when he punching on his ass. You're gonna be in there punching on what's his name? What's dude name? What's buddy name and shit? Yeah, they be acting up sometimes. 153.4 for Boots, 153 for Lima. Let's get it, man. Boots beat his ass. Boots belt the ass. Boots and one mixtape. Boots. Undertaker Boots, whatever you want to be his ass, bro. That's they out here playing. We ain't got time to be playing with nobody, Boots. And Jaron, we don't get paid for overtime either. G, beat his ass, bro. You hear me? Beat that boy ass, man. Beat that man's ass. About to destroy Moon Pie. The fuck. Oh boy, yo. The algorithm is broken. The internet is broken, bro. If y'all seen what I just seen on my phone, like this shit is a joke, yo. Like what? Yo, bro, I'm about to start wearing my dread hat every day. See, me too, Opulent. That's what I felt. I think he too slow, Opulent. I think he too slow. He a little strong, but shit, who ain't? He just a little too slow and not versatile enough. He just don't have enough tools, I don't think. Right? Strong, come forward guy. And McQueen did some homework, said he could work a bit in the inside. But the question is, can he do it effectively enough to hurt or affect Boots and stop him from being able to just have his way with him? Like, that's what I don't know. Need to watch some film on Lima. Hey, next gen. You gonna arrive to the same conclusion me and Opulent did, and whoever else watched some film. You see, my guy Opulent said he fooled, and he is. I think it's just Boots said it's gonna be a short night. He said just for that it's gonna be a short night too. Yeah, I'm pissed. Boots about to put his boot up your ass, G. That's what I saw. He's slow, but he can punch. He can punch. He too slow, Shower. And like you've been saying, I keep shouting you out because you was one of the first, I think the first person I heard say Castillo Clayton 2.0. And I've been borrowing it ever since because that's what he remind me of. Head in the air, etc. Yeah, he make too many mistakes. Boots gonna have his way. He gonna paint a Picasso on him. It's gonna be a Picasso and one mixtape. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna see. He gonna show out. Boots gonna beat that dude's ass. Best believe he gonna beat his ass. Beat his ass. Something crazy too. Me, yeah. Nah, we got to, man. You one of the real ones in this space. And we appreciate your authenticity, man. You really got something to add and bring. So yes, man. I agree. Castillo about to get his ass beat. I just don't think he ain't got it, man. Boots gonna have fun. Boots gonna have a field day. Paint that Picasso, yo. If you ain't hit the like button, double tap the screen, yo. We should at least easy at 100 likes. Y'all tripping. It's all good, though. I don't even care. It's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit to do. Okay, lastly, one of the last things I wanted to touch on, man. Somebody sent this to me. I guess Teofimo went on his podcast, and this is what he had to say. Zay laughed at Buddy during the face-off. He might stop him. Yeah.
Just because we were discussing this before you hopped on, before I kind of take it back a little bit, you were talking a little bit about an upcoming fight that we can expect. What can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, next big fight that we're speaking on, there's two in particular. If one doesn't go through, we have another fight going on. So December 13th is possibly between Manny Pacquiao.
Wow.
Yeah, the likes of him, that'll be great. And then Shakur Stevenson in January of 2026.
So when you think about Manny as a competitor, just thinking about that fight, what's your overall impression of that possibility and what it could bring?
It's legendary. Honestly, just on my behalf, just getting in the ring with him, it's a privilege. Honestly, it's an honor too. So being able to be there, the Filipinos, they're massive in the sport. They love boxing as it is, and just overall being able to train with Manny for a little bit, in his before he fought Mario Barrios for the world title, being able to see him, interact with him, He's a very humbling person, but more than that, that guy is a real life Rocky Balboa. He's real life Rocky. So to be there, that would be awesome. You know, face with him.
For sure. I hope that it comes to be. I want to watch that. I'm very excited.
Better hope he don't end up like Rocky Balboa and get retired up out the ring. Keep fighting, playing around with these young boys. Pacquiao, Rolly, and you gonna mess around, let Rolly be the one to do it. Rolly gonna do it to your ass. Hell yeah, son of God. I hope it happens. That was like an update. That was one of the more recent interviews that he did. He's saying this in January 2026. Look, I can't wait to see it. I just hope he don't mess the fight up. I hope he ain't sell it just not to give it to us. But the red flag, I will say, I listened to a different clip of his, and he was saying that they got this other fight lined up or something to that effect if this one don't come to fruition. Once he said that, if you get this dude any room to wiggle out of a situation, I think he'll do it. Why? I can't really put my finger on it because he's taken challenges. He's challenged himself before, but I think he know what it is when it comes to court. That shit ain't gonna be no easy test. He can say what he want, but he gonna have his hands, he gonna have his work cut out for him. He's a pure idiot, man. He only fighting PBC fighters. We not stupid, Teo. Yeah, right? What the hell is he talking about? Teo still has it like he asked his father. I think he still got it, but do we got enough to beat Core? I mean, and yeah, have to have the best night. Is one of the best nights of his life, but I think Core beats him. Instead of T-Ho. I mean, to be honest, it'll be Manny, but I feel like Manny is pointless with no belt on the line. They gotta stop trying to stop trying to squeeze the lemon up out of Manny, bro. Like they trying to squeeze that lemon up out of him. I never believed it would happen. T will be on straight bullshit as of late night. I'm feeling you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Only thing is though that I've been hearing that the negotiations is going good, so that's a good thing, and that both guys want to fight. So I feel like as long as that is the case, I think we'll be all right. Get me? I think we'll be okay. But I ain't gonna hold my breath. Like I'm not like all locked in. Like we gotta get this. But I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic that it can happen because I'm not hearing a lot of negativity surrounding it, which is good. T.O. being more on the quiet, reserve side, and he consistently speaking about the fight could be a good sign, but you just never know with him because he talk a lot too. So, you know what I'm saying? T.O. gonna moonwalk out of that Shakur fight. I'm telling you he is. And who Shakur gonna fight? I have no idea. Then they're gonna start talking about Kid Austin and Jadier Herrera again. I don't really want to see neither one of them shits. 3 months out, they're gonna fight in January. Need that announcement sooner than later. Good point. Touche. Next gen, you right. I think you're right, bro. I think they need to go ahead and announce. Think they need to go ahead and announce it, y'all. But we'll see, man. He gonna moonwalk his way up out of there, my guy behind the hand said, because he don't want no troubles.
Jaron Ennis turned down the fight against Teofimo Lopez. Yesterday, Teofimo Lopez posted a tweet saying that Jaron Ennis had officially turned down the offer to fight Teo. However, immediately another piece of information came out indicating that Devin Haney had reached an agreement to fight Teofimo Lopez on August 16th in Saudi Arabia, and the only thing left was to sign the contracts. But Teofimo apparently ruined everything after posting some tweets against Turki Al-Sheikh, and those tweets were apparently taken as an insult that sparked an internal problem where Turki no longer wants to continue working with Teofimo Lopez. Jaron Ennis has once again ducked a potentially dangerous fight for himself while Eddie Hearn tries to sell him as the next great American boxing superstar. Remember that he already turned down a fight against Vergil Ortiz, and now he also turned down a fight against Teofimo Lopez. Ennis is wasting his career in the worst way. On the other hand, Teofimo Lopez is about to ruin a great fight because of his main problem, which is talking too much.
Yeah, it's interesting these takes that people be having, bro. I can't wait till we eradicate the word duck out of boxing, bro. I think the sport as a whole overall, dumb as hell, bro. Very dumb, Zoom. I'm telling you, I'm the clip king. I be finding all this wild stuff, y'all. All this wild ass shit. All this wild ass stuff, y'all. Yeah, man. Messing the game up. Used way too loosely, man. I hate it. I hate it. Niggas AI said it sound like facts. Yeah, it sound like some AI, but he he tried to throw my guy under the bus. And look, AJ, what y'all think about AJ?
If they give me Deontay Wilder, no problem. If they give me Joshua, I will be more happy, no problem. Because first of all, we have like similar weight and tall, and we have a little bit stories. I mean, in amateur, you lose two guys, European Championship and World Championship. I beat those two guys. And first of all, second thing, we spoke with him already directly. I spoke with him on Instagram. He gave me like promise if I win this fight, I'm gonna fight with him. Yes, a couple months ago. For next year, we should make a fight. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, sure.
So you're talking about fighting with Anthony Joshua. Look, that's a winnable fight for Joshua, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That dude is not. He don't look threatening the way he did once upon a time, and he looks susceptible to get knocked out. His big ass. So look, I wouldn't mind seeing it. AJ going. I heard AJ could be retiring next year or something like that. So and he said that dude accent made me feel like I've been drinking. It should make you feel like you've been drinking. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Hit the like button if you ducked it, man. We had a cool little build, calm little build on a Friday, man. We just gonna keep doing what we've been doing, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Philly, y'all got one. They gonna have to put some respect on Boots' name. You dig? They gonna have to put some respect on Jaron's name. You feel me? You feel me? Know what I mean? No, man. Jadier and Kid need to fight Mason or Shakur because we know Shakur and Mason not fighting. They both with Jay Prince. I appreciate you saying that next gen. It's just instead of saying Shakur is ducking them or something weird like that. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, Drew. What's good with it, Drew? How you feeling, my guy? I just sent that to you because, I was up here, but we wrapping up, though. But, yeah, tomorrow we locking in for Boots, man. I don't know. We're going to call the fights. We might do that because I've been talking about this shit all week, so I might as well call it. But, yeah, Jadier and Kid Austin. Oh, I need to fight Mason. Kid Austin already said no to Mason. You know they ain't doing that. I know Mason to fight Jadier, but Jadier and Kid is a good fight. Yeah, it's on the zone, bro. Maybe 2 more fights max. Yeah. Or maybe 3 if one of those fights is just like a get-back fight. Shout out to my homie Drew. If it was, you know what I'm saying, like a get-back fight because he's been off for a while, but we'll see. AJ had a successful career, man. Everybody don't want to fight till they 40. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes don't. A lot of these dudes don't, man. You know what I'm saying? That Philly cheese steak and Boots gonna go out there and chop this dude up. You see them numbers, man. That's what Lima got to deal with tomorrow. Ennis lands 43.3% of his power punches. That's close to 50%. It's close enough. Ennis lands 33.4% of his total punches. Super welterweight average is 28.6, and the average is 35.9. He's operating way above average already for a weight class that he ain't even campaigned in yet. Watch, he gonna beat this dude ass. He gonna beat this dude ass, man. You see Wilder fighting for a belt next. He mentioned something opulent. Damn. Who did he mention? I got to do the homework. It was a name that got thrown out there. I could ask and see if I could find out any possible opponent. But yeah, man, Wilder, look, I would like to just see him retire with a win, opulent. You know what I'm saying? He gave everything to the sport. Picked it up late as hell, 20, 21 years old. Made it to bronze medalist. Unlaced, what's good with it? Wilder, cabin from the stream. Oh man, my God, Bomb Squad. What's good with it, Unlaced? Man, Boots in this, man. Tomorrow we got Boots, y'all. Boots gonna go to work on him. Yeah, Drew. He gonna beat his ass tomorrow night. That's what I think. I'm with whatever he want to do. That's where I'm at. I just would like to see him retire with a win. You know what I'm saying? And get up out of here. You know what I mean? He gave everything to the sport, so I rock with him. Yeah, he said he done waiting on him to retire. I done wanting him to retire. I feel you, my guy. I feel you. That dude Lyman look like he a creative player on 2K. Look at him. He do. He look like the dude. He look like the dude before you. He look like the model of the dude before you start putting like your hair type and the tattoos and all that stuff on you. Or he like the generic my player guy. You know what I mean? The created my player dude. Before you do anything to him, that's what Lima looked like. I thought I had a picture of him in here. I didn't put it in here. Damn it. He definitely looked like it, bro. I know exactly what you know. We play games behind the hands. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. Say you retired after Fury 3. Yeah, I get it. But, you know, I think he got rejuvenated with the statue, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But look, let's tune in tomorrow. We got Boots and Lima. Boots about to put belt the ass. And I think the 154 takeover starts for him tomorrow. Lima is going to be strong. He's going to be game. I think he's going to come to fight. He come from Portugal. He don't got shit to lose. So he's going to go as hard as he can, but I just don't think he got what it takes to beat Jaron Ennis. I think Boots going to have his way with him. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, y'all. If y'all haven't, just double tap your screen. So I don't think I don't know. I don't think he got nothing that Boots going to have to overly worry about. And I think for that reason, it's going to be a showcase fight. He going to beat his ass, and I think a lot of people going to be talking about Boots. Again, you know what I'm saying? Kidney beans ain't got a chance. Nope. Ready. Peace to the queen shop. Boots got to get Lime out of there within 3 rounds. I don't think so. Just as long as it's impressive and it's dominant, he ain't sitting there looking bad, struggling, losing rounds, bleeds. You never know how tough some people are, just tough as hell, right? But I feel like as long as he ain't giving up rounds, looking bad, and he have a clean standout performance, he get him out of there 3 to 5, 6, 7. It's good work. Good, nice work. Shout out to Tim Layton, my dog, man. Y'all do Usma wrong, I swear. I'm telling you, Lima Bean about to get shizzed up. His ass out there. Hey, Shaw, we out there looking like a mod player, the creative player on 2K. And behind the hands, not 2K. What 2K they up to now? We in 25, 26 is out. Not the new 2Ks. He looked like one of the first 2Ks too, Shaw, that came out. Like 2K, I don't know, one of the early joints, like 2K12 or something. Like he like one of them. He look like an old model. Who's gonna dominate and then fight for a title? Yeah, let's get the W. If Lim proves more resistant than expected, give that man's credit. Absolutely, man. Yeah, hit the like button on the way out if you did. Make sure you slap this, double tap that screen. I appreciate everybody rocking out. The super chats, the cash apps. Much love to everybody. Appreciate the support, and we just gonna keep rocking out, man. I will see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna try to call these fights, and we gonna watch. They shot where they rubbing off on me. They started it. But again, y'all, much love to y'all, man. Make sure y'all enjoy this Good Friday. Superman, my dog, Opulent, man, my brother. Behind the hands, my guys, man. Bleeds. Much love to y'all guys, man. Appreciate you, and I'll see all of y'all tomorrow. Peace to
representing Brick City, Shakur.
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass.
And Shakur meeting them with a straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.